It's about to go live.
We live, baby. Graph Champ Season 2. Let's go. Wait, gotta put on my theme music. You already know what it is.
Diablo, SOE the General.
Yo,
full blast
salute
the beat.
everybody.
Graph Champ, yeah, Graph Champ, Graph Champ, yeah, Graph Champ. Shout out the Graph Champs. Shout out the Graph Champs.
Yeah.
Shout out the Graph Champs. Shout out the Graph Champs. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Graph Champs. We appreciate the love and support for all the Graph Champs. The most amazing and iconic artists out here smashing it from the train yards to the rooftops to the storefronts, highways, catching wreck. SOE the General, he be going crazy, bro, from his Instagram account, Supreme Clientele Radio. Interviewing all the icons, the ones that led the way. Salute to all the fallen legends, the ones that set the stage. Moment of silence, let us remember those. Whether they family or they were friend or foe. Hate them or love them, let's show them some respect. Major contribution in hip-hop, Graph Champs to the death. Ready and willing, never scared to fry. Chancing the odds of getting up, prepared to rise. Super talented vandals, never scared to die. Let's show them love while they breathing. They had it shit alive, shit alive. So tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Tell them interviews are dope from the start up to the end. To the end. Let's show them love and call it glory time. Repost his post on your post, share his post up on your storyline.
Get alive.
So tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Interviews are dope from the start up to the end. Let's show him love and call it glory time. Repost his post on your post, share his post up on your storyline. That's all the guard general, Graph Champs. Full blast music, the beat guard. Straight 16, straight up boss of bosses. 4-5 the guard, Butcher Boys. Rap Cinema, Supreme Clientele Radio. A1s, Joe 21, Rav MBK, Joker, Nico, White Onyx, 2 on 3, Juice Branch G, Diablo, the Authority, nothing but kings. Salute to all the legends, dead and alive. That's what we doing, baby.
Yeah, baby, Graph Champs, here we go. Season 2. Tonight we got SOE T.N.S, the motherfucking general of them trains, the LES motherfucking legend, baby. You heard? Y'all niggas better share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. Yo, salute my nigga Theme, KED in the building, DTF, Nova, HL, you already know what it is. Yo, everybody, please share the live because we have, this is a treat, my nigga, you heard? Yo, salute, G, what's good? Yo, what it is, Big Jezza, you heard? Yeah, share the live, man. I'm about to bring the nigga, yo, what's good, Ray? I'm about to bring the nigga on and shit. Without further, yo, but before, wait, but let's get these numbers up. Hold up. Before anything, I want to shout out mad niggas. I want to shout out F Boom and Diablo. Salute my niggas. I want to shout out the whole Straight 16 family. Salute my niggas. I want to shout out Supreme Clientele Radio, Bushwick Radio, S Street Media, The Vandal Hour, BIM Clothing, Danny Cortez, Viral Monarch Clothing, VM Life. I want to shout out my nigga Sav Kills, J Ronin. I want to shout out all my niggas that's doing it on the rap shit, all my niggas that's doing it on the graph shit, all my niggas spreading the history. I want to give a super shout out to A. Charles, the legend, the GOAT. Yo, bro, I can't thank you enough, bro. Salute to you, my brother. You're a GOAT. And to my whole MBK family, my whole Authority family, I want to salute to all the camps, you heard? Everybody get ready, my nigga, because here we go. Let me see. Here we go. Boom. Yo, so I'm gonna throw you the in. Alright. I just threw SOE the invite. Let's see what it is. SOE T.N.S, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We live with the general himself.
Let me know how to maneuver this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Get it right. So what's good, my brother?
Salute, my nigga.
Yo, salute,
Yo,
bro.
thanks for
First
having
of
me
all,
on, man.
nah, yo, thank you for coming on. Before anything, we want to salute. We just want to give you your flowers and all the dedication and the work that you put in this culture that we live. You heard? There's a lot of people that looked up to you, and because of you, they became writers. So we want to give you your, you know what I'm saying? Your just due, my nigga, for real, for real. And once I said, SOE T.N.S is coming on, all the OG niggas came out of the woodworks. Niggas was like, that nigga's the man, son. You heard?
Bro, shit, man. Yo, I'm honored and humbled by my brother. And I want to say peace to my entire universal graffiti family under the same sun, yo. Every fucking last one of y'all, man. The toys, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because the toy, we got to treat the toys right. The toys are the future. You know what I'm saying? We always toys, man. So, I always give that to the toys before I give that to the OGs, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. That's a fact. Yo, so
I remember the beginning and shit trying to fucking get a motherfucker to sign my book and shit when I was a fucking nobody and I was like, yo, how do I do this? You know what I'm saying? But I figured it out and shit, and I hope they do too, man. And thanks for having me. Shout out to MBK fam, yo.
thank you, my brother. But before anything, could you raise the volume a little, because I could hear you clearly, but I can't hear you that good.
Okay. How's that?
That's a little better. All right, I could work with that.
Let me plug in my headphones, all right? Okay, yo, you can hear me?
Yes.
That's better?
Yes.
All right, I'm just trying to fucking, cause I ain't got no tripod. You know, I'm still back in the day, shit. You know, I don't know about tripods and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? All I need is my 2 legs to stand up. Okay, we good, yo.
All right, here we go. All right, so the Graph World and the Graph Champs fans wants to know straight from you, where from the beginning, how it all started. So what got you into graffiti? How did you get into graffiti?
Oh shit, man, that's a fucking good one, bro. This shit started for me like at a real young age, like 4th grade. I was like 9 years old, 4th grade. I went to the school PS4 on the Lower East Side on Pitt Street and shit. That was my elementary school. And you know, I wasn't a popular kid. I wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying, B? I was a fucking just an outcast misfit. You know, I had no brothers. I had nobody had my back. It was none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So one day, I'm gonna tell you exactly how this shit bit me in the ass though. How graffiti bit me in the ass. Right here, I'm gonna drop this. Yo, I was in 4th grade, and back in them days, you used to get a pass to go to the bathroom, but the boys used to have to be 2 at a time. Right? 2 at a time. The girls go by themselves because, you know what I'm saying, they on another level. But the boys, you had to wait till 2 of you, and then you would go with 1 pass together. So I went with my boy Keith. This kid Keith, this black kid with a big afro, always fucking ink on his sneakers. But I never understood. You know what I'm saying? He was my man. I looked past that shit. And one day we went to the bathroom together. He was like, yo, get the pass, Rich. Get the pass. I was like, all right, pull. I got the pass. So we jetted. So we get in the bathroom. This motherfucker tells me, yo, Richie, hold the door for me. Don't let nobody in. So I go up to the door and shit, you know what I'm saying? Bang, and I block the door. This nigga pulls out a fucking magic marker. Just pulled this shit out, some drippy shit. And he used to write K-O-E. That was his tag, K-O-E. And shit. So the nigga, and he had the funky K's already and everything. He had the style. So this nigga wrote KOE1 and all this shit with clouds and all this shit. And I just seen this shit dripping and I could smell the whole bathroom. Because that Flowmaster ink, back in the days, that shit was worth skunk weed. You smell that shit a mile away. But this nigga tells me, yo, Richie, when you know I'm watching him do this shit, he says, yo, Richie, write your name. So boom, I go over there and shit. He hands me this marker. I don't know how to hold some big ass shit, a big pilot. And shit, and I grabbed the motherfucker and I wrote Richie on the, you know, right next to him. I wrote Richie, you know, I tried to freak it, but it, you know, it was my first tag. And we went back to, and you know what I'm saying, he put it away and we went back to the classroom. When we get to the classroom, about half hour later, man, the vice principal, all that shit, they come through the door, tell the teacher, yo, who, you know what I'm saying, who went to the bathroom? Oh, Richie and Keith. Okay, Richie and Keith, come on, boom. And then he took us to the bathroom, and they showed us the shit. Did you do this shit? And you know what I'm saying? And we're like, nah. But I had my handwriting. It wasn't graffiti, but the shit was in my notebook. Richie, you know, yo, they pulled us, took us to the shit, put us under the lights and everything. Yo. So I told him I did it. Right, I did it because Keith, my boy Keith, had a father, man. I mean, all our fathers was tough, but this nigga's father would have fucked him up, man. I you know what I'm saying? And he was my boy. He was my only friend, B. And you know what I'm saying? 9 years old, my only friend and shit. So I took the weight. I got in trouble. I got to bring this letter to my mother. My mother got to come the next day. All this bullshit. But anyway, we walking home after school, and he tells me, yo, Richie, man, man, I appreciate the man. Thank you, man. My father would have killed me. I say, yeah, but now my father's gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? So we keep walking. This nigga hands me the magic marker and tells me, here. He said, Richie, but you can't write your name. You can't write your real name. You support that. That's what he said. That's why I write KOE and shit. So I was like, bam. I was like, okay. So that was my first concept. The first rule, you know what I'm saying, came to me. I was like, okay. Boom. So this guy's like my coach, my mentor now. It said, because I was intoxicated with the Flow Master. Immediately, I was like, yo, I remember that day, when I took that tag, I got ink on my hand. Yo, I was walking home, smelling my finger. You remember when you used to finger pop a girl when you was young? And you used to go home, smelling your finger like, oh, man. You know what I'm saying? That little young fishy smell? And that's how I was. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? I was intoxicated. So I came out the next day, but I got in trouble, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But since it was my first charge, my first felony at home, you know, and mind you, yo, I want to mention, my father was a cop, like 5-0 in the precinct, neighborhood precinct. All right? So that nigga, my room used to get shook down like Rikers Island, like blam, all the time, spread them, all the whole shit. So I was already on, you know what I'm saying? I was already learning to be deceptive to authority, to the 5-0s, you know, because my father, I love him to death, of course, he's my father, but the nigga brought the shit home with him, you know what I'm saying? When he should have checked his badge at the door, the nigga bought it, boom. But anyway, next day, I'll meet up with Keith again, boom, boom. So I said, Keith, I got a name. So I wrote AI1. That was my name, AI1. Real fucking, but Keith was like, all right, cool. So it was KOE AI1, everywhere. That was my first, you know what I'm saying? Boom, he took me to the sanitation trucks. And the sanitation trucks was parked under the Williamsburg Bridge, right across the street from my building. Yo, from one fucking end of FDR all the way to Pitt Street in Delancey. All this shit's lined up clean like a motherfucker. So he took me on my first, that was the second day that I ever wrote graffiti. I was hitting sanitation trucks.
How did you come up with AI?
AI, because I was kind of like I was a knucklehead, so I was always punished. So I was like an Albert Einstein. I was trying to figure out the theory of relativity. You know what I'm saying? I used to do crazy. You know, I never studied. I never did my homework. I didn't do shit. But when I got punished, my father used to make me read the whole Britannica library. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like bam, you ain't. And he used to pull a book out like that and check my math, like the 5%ers checking your lessons. My father used to check my shit like that, like blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what I'm saying? So I was already, you know what I'm saying? So I chose Albert Einstein, AI. You know what I'm saying? I didn't write AE because there was an AE around the block. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote AI1, bang, bang. So then after that, you know, summer came. Keith used to go down south for the summer and shit. So now I'm by myself. Now he taught me where to buy ink. He taught me the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm by myself. And I'm bombing. I get AI1 all over the place. So one day I'm coming from the library and shit, and I take a tag, And this big dude with an afro comes up to me and says, "Hey, yo, you writing on the wall?" So I was shook. I was like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying? Like, "Oh shit." That nigga came up to me and I was frozen. He took the marker and he took a tag and he just wrote Spix SSB Soulstone Brothers. And he told me, he said, "Yo, I see your tag all everywhere." He said, "Yo, but that name is whack. You need to change your name." He said, "Cause you know how to bomb already. I already had the sanitation trucks locked, you know, in the first week. And shit, I was already, because them shit was across the street. I used to get my man I used to fly pictures with. Yo, look out for me. I used to bang them shits out. And then, so when Spix told me that shit, Spix is a legend. This nigga shit was everywhere. Trains and all that shit. He was a Soulstone Brothers, SSB. So I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But it stood in my head, man, that, oh, that name is whack. You know, and that shit coming from an OG nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man. He kind of kicked it. He punched me in the stomach with that shit. So I went home to reinvent myself now. I pull out the notebook and everything. Boom, 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 boom. I'm writing names. I'm looking in the dictionary, trying to find a name. At the same time, I'm trying to be respectful to the, you know, I don't want to come up with the same name that somebody got. You know what I'm saying? I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to ring some, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Because I was learning fast. Every day was like, oh shit. I was like, because Keith gave me the confidence and shit. So I rocked with it. So I went home and I'm writing. And this is 9 going on 10 years old. 10, 11 years old.
What year is that?
I was in 4th grade. I was 9. So that's 73. So we're talking like 75. 74, 70, late 74, around there. Late 74 going into 75, right? I'm writing all these names down and shit, and I'm just not getting it, man. So I took there was a Keith. He had taken a KOE tag in my notebook. So I with a magic marker, real nice. So I looked at that shit, and I wrote. I took the K out, and I started putting AOE, BOE, COE, and yo, when I came to SOE, that shit just rolled right off my tongue. I was like, bang. I was like, that's it. So just to be cautious and shit, you know what I'm saying? And not cautious only, but with the times, roll with the times. I put a number. I put Soul 2. That was my tag, my original tag. Soul 2. Right? So that's it. I'm smoking shit. I'm getting markers. I started the fucking practice. I started going to buying different inks, mixing them shits. And I bought my first mini. I started hitting the sanitation trucks with unis and you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. You know, but I was learning the ground. And then when school came back, Keith wasn't in class, man. So you know what I'm saying? I was asking about him, and his parents left him down south for good. Cause he was fucking up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, I thought I was gonna make that nigga proud. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this nigga. Yo, so boom, so I was on my own. You know what I'm saying? I had no concept of crews, of none of that shit. I just went balls to the walls. The harder my father hit me at home, the harder I went in the street. You know, that rebel shit, the rebellion against the cops. You know, my father was a cop. You know, so I was being a rebel.
At this time, who was like out there, like who was killing shit? Did you have
in the Lower East Side? I'm gonna tell you right now, be the niggas that caught my eye, Pistol 1, fucking AFX 2, Hondo, fucking Pio and Weo, the original Master Blasters. Weo and Pio, they're the original Master Blasters from Smith Houses. And then Smith Houses had a lot of writers and shit. You know, Tank, Ace, they had all these dudes that used to write. And one of the dudes was Lee. Lee was from Smith. So Lee was, you know, that wall that he did with the duck.
Yeah.
The Howard the duck. Yo, that shit was like that's like the first, I used to check in with that wall every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how Lee set the bar that high. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, you don't want to be like you don't want to be a toy your whole life. You want to be the best one day, you know. So anyway, that you know, pistol, but see, but and then what eventually happened was one of the original TMB was a DJ in the neighborhood. His name was Freddie B, DJ Freddie B, LES crew from Baruch Houses. Just so happens he tagged CY Kaz 2, which was Is the Wiz's partner. You know what I'm saying? He was Is the Wiz's partner. When we was helping him bring his equipment into the fucking house every day, because, you know, before, but not only with graffiti, but DJing was music was pulling me. You know, I was being pulled by music and graffiti. You know, like I love these shits both the same and shit. So what I did one day, I used to wait till the jam was over and shit. You know, a break curfew and all that shit. You know, I was 12 years old at this time. Now I'm 12, and I pretty much got the streets in a little bit of you know, people are noticing. You say, but I'm still solo, no crew, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Did you feel like having a crew was important to differentiate yourself?
Nah. I wouldn't come to know that until later. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, my father always told me, as a cop, he'd always give me advice. You know, remember, you know what I'm saying? The hand of one is the hand of all. So if you with somebody and he does something, you going in with it. So do your shit yourself. He always told me, even as a kid, he told me, if you kill somebody, make sure you by yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You just do it by yourself. You can't snitch on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So you know what I'm saying? I always kept that. And plus, I wasn't a popular kid. You know, I had to weave through the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? I had to weave through these neighborhoods where they had gangsters. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. And I didn't give a fuck, because if I saw a piece of tin or a wall that my shit had to be there, it got there. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. But it got there. I don't care if I just, excuse me. You know, so one day, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to me. And this is now we're gonna come into the crews and shit. I cut through Broome Street, you know, and Broome Street was known for some pretty little fucking radical motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Some real G's coming out of Broome Street and shit. You know, they had these handball courts. They used to do jams, whatever. But there was this spot by the store, this tin. And I had this uni. I had my first uni. And I had that shit brown and red mixed. Two-tone. Remember, we used to two-tone them and shit. And so I'm dying to smack this fucking perfect spot. So I went in the store. I played it off. I bought a piece of candy. Came out. Bam! I smacked it. This dude comes up to me just like Spix did. And he said, yo. He said, yo, So. He called me So. First time anybody called me So. Nigga called me So. So I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, mister. You know, because he was an older dude. I'm like, I'm sorry, mister. He was like, no. And he pulled out a marker and took a tag next to me, and it was Dell from the Fabulous 5. You know, right on Broome Street. I'll never forget that shit. Yo, that nigga told me, he was like, yo, that's you So too. He started giving me mad props, B. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? The Lower East Side, it's hard to get props, B. You really got to stand out. You got to be nice with your shit, with your hands, with your hustle, with your whatever you bring and shit. You know, you got to be solid and tight with it, right? So anyway, Dell tells me, yo, I got this crew, DW, Desperate Writers, right? So I'm like, oh shit, man. You know, I seen niggas writing that shit. You know, niggas that got name in the hood. I seen the, you know, the T2, DW. You know, T2 was another OG, B. You know what I'm saying? That you know, so his hand style, everything. He was the one that started me with the hold up. I gotta, I can't just be doing that shit. I got, nah, graffiti. You gotta separate your regular penmanship, and then you got graffiti. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to freak that shit. Anyway, this nigga Dell tells me, he calls over T2 and a couple of other dudes. Yo, this is So too. So I'm kind of panicking a little bit. but I wasn't a pussy. So I, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know these niggas ain't gonna fucking fuck me up, you know what I'm saying? Boom, or take my shit, because I was already on the, you know what I'm saying? Back then, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Back then, when you bought a uni, you had to use that shit till the wheels fell off. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the luxury of that shit like now. But anyway, came, boom, T2. Oh, shit, yo, for the first time in my life, these niggas that been up all over the neighborhood and shit, and Dell had done trains and all that shit, whole cars and everything. These niggas is dapping me, man. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I walked off after, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, yo. I met Chino 2, Chino 3, you know what I'm saying? The Rockwell crew and shit. Chino 3, yo, so put up RW. So now I'm rocking with two of the main crews downtown, DW, RW. At that time, the main crews, because to me the main crew down there was always the Master Blasters. You know, even to today. You know what I'm saying? Boom, they paved the way. They the ones that, you know what I'm saying, for me, in my eyes and in my reality. But then I walked off, right? And I'm like, boom, boom. So I'm like, next day, it's a whole new game, a whole new ball game. DW this, DW that, RW this, RW that, and everything and everything, right? So maybe a year passes by. And in that year, Dell took me to my first layup. You know? He took me to some CC trains in the Bronx, somewhere with his partner, him and Moose 106. Used to fucking rock, you know what I'm saying? So he took me there, and this nigga got a bag of paint, and I got a magic marker with a little can of Float Master. Like, you know, and if you remember the CCs back then, them shits were smacked. You know what I'm saying? They were flats, you know, and they were smacked inside and out. So anyway, we did the layup thing and everything was cool, right? Yo, big shout out to my nigga Tame, Philly T.N.S. Yo, so what ended up happening, right? A year later and shit. Now I'm like, now we're going into 77, around there, 76, 77. I started getting cocky. So I took the 2 off, you know what I'm saying? Boom, and it was just soul. I had been on train. I never saw another soul, man. I was like, yo, I got this. This is my name. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Boom, so I knocked the 2 off, right? And I'm so DW. So one day, this is about a year after that, I'm meeting Dell. And so I'm putting in work this whole year. It's putting in work every day, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit. So one day my father on Saturdays at 8 p.m., no matter what, I used to have to bring him the daily newspaper that used to come out on Saturdays for Sunday. You know, used to pick it up. So I'm walking up to this fucking, to Cozy Corner, up on the hill on Madison Street. Madison and Grand, they got the store called Cozy Corner. So I'm going, but on Madison Street, you know, say I was already past the sanitation trucks. Now I got the blue buses on Avenue D and all that shit. I got that shit in smash. Because buses were easy. You just had to take one tag on each side and you were good. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You didn't have to go all in like a train and shit. Bang, bang, and you was done. You know what I'm saying? So the last stop of the red buses used to be on Madison Street. And they used to, all the drivers used to go to Cozy Corner, take their break, eat their coffee. So I seen the 2 buses there. So before I went into the store to buy the newspaper, I said, let me smack these shits real quick. And bang, bang, bang. So I smacked the 2 buses. Then I go to the other side, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And when I get to the other side, it's like 8 niggas bombing. And I was like, oh, shit. So I capped my marker and I tried to walk away. But this one motherfucker slid up on me like Gumby. He slid up on me. He was like, yo, what you write? All this shit. That nigga started pointing at me. He said, yo, what's that in your pocket? You know, all this. The nigga was checking me, be like, for real. This is the first time I've ever in my life. And this nigga was, you don't real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, shit. You know, I'm about to have to fuck this nigga up, and I'm going to get fucked up by all these niggas. So I told the nigga, I said, fuck it. I said, I'm so too. Yo, the nigga bugged out. Nigga told me, yo, I've been looking for you and all this shit, yo. He started giving me love. So I'm like, boom. So the whole crew came over. Yo, what's up? Yo, all right, Lust. yo, SE, yo. And the dude that slid up on me was EL3 T.N.S.
Wow.
You know? And bam. So from that day, I walked, I got the newspaper from my father, I brought it back to him, and EL walked me home. And we was talking the whole way. You know what I'm saying? So on the way back, he takes me to his abandoned building. Yo, T.N.S. had a whole building, bro. 199 Henry Street, landmark, bro. That shit was EL's house, the whole building. A whole brownstone, bro. Flew pigeons on the roof. We had rooms. We had all types of shit in there. You know, electricity, everything. We used to practice on the walls, our throw ups, you know what I'm saying? All the whole shit. So the nigga brings me there, I'm sitting in there, you know, after I was dying to get out the crib, because I'm thinking these niggas gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're giving me that vibe, that gangster vibe, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I think I came in too far. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to backpedal, you know what I'm saying, to get the fuck out of this. So we got out, we came outside, we sat on the stoop, and we kicked in, and boom, boom. Everything was love. Everybody gave me love. I was like, oh shit. So I'm walking, so I told y'all, I said, listen, I gotta go home and shit, you know, but I'll stop by another day and we hang out. He was like, nah, come through tomorrow, you know, all this shit. And I'm walking toward the corner, and I heard, yo, so, and I turned around, he said, yo, put up T.N.S. And that was it, you know, because they was, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't the most popular, but they were the most dominant at that time. Like everything was with the hands, you know, it was, you know, you know what I'm saying? And you had more fights with the people in your crew than you did with people outside your crew. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how L was. If you pick it, yo, shoot the fair one. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Right in the abandoned building inside, whatever. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I'm walking home and shit, and I cut the corner and shit, and I'm writing, and I seen the thing, I took a tag, and I wrote my first SOE T.N.S. tag. And I just knew right there, B, I was like, yo, but after meeting them and everything, I knew that I just found my tribe. You know, that was my tribe. You know what I'm saying? I got no brothers, I got no nothing. Nobody in the hood fucks with me because I'm the cop's son and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I found my tribe, yo. So
T.N.S is EL3's. I mean, that's his crew.
Yeah, EL3 was the prez, and Lus is the vice pres. Lus, Lus. Lus.
Wow, I never knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah, EL. That was L. So when I took that first SOE T.N.S, that shit just like it just you know how your first name rocks with your last name, how they go together. That's just how it was. It was like bang bang. I was born. You know what I'm saying? I was born. Boom. Right there. I was born. So I remember after that it was like RW and DW. You know, the next day when I came, it was brought to my attention that had to stop right there. You know what I'm saying? You T.N.S. now. You know, he ran his shit like the Marines, bro. And I'm a Marine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking Marine, bro. And in the Marines, I served under some real brave and honorable motherfuckers. But yo, bro, they don't even come near L. This nigga was ahead of his time with his shit, with his fight game, his 52s, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a fuck. His crew was always, you know, it was always him. So anyway, so I was born, you know what I'm saying, boom. That was it. Knowledge was born right there. You know what I'm saying? And from then on, bro, it's just, here we are talking about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you want to know, you know what I'm saying? Everything's off the table, yo. Everything's off the table, bro. Whatever you need to know, you just fucking, you know what I'm saying, bro? The brass knuckles and box cutters, bro.
Yeah. So now, all right, boom. You're SOE T.N.S. You're because everybody from the lower seems to like blow up and become mad crazy classical. Like, why is that? Why? Well, like, there's so many fucking people through the generations.
You know something? I don't know if something in the water, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, or some shit, but, you know, I didn't have to go far for inspiration. I really didn't. I used to fly pigeons. I went to this fucking pet shop to buy fucking feed for my pigeons. And fucking, I seen all this writing on the fish tanks. You know how they write the names of the... So I'm like, yo, who wrote that shit? Boom. Oh, the owner tells me he did it, Lee. And I met Lee right there in the pet shop, E. And I was like, oh, shit. You know, and it was like, oh, shit, yo, you're right off the rip. Oh, what's up, so? I was like, yo, this nigga Lee just said my name. You know, I remember leaving the fucking place without the fucking pigeon feed. I was so fucking like, my mind was blown. I was like, yo, I look at this dude's wall every fucking day. You know?
Yeah,
so I don't know, man. And then with CY Kaz, you know, me helping him bring his equipment all the time because I wanted to learn the names of the records. Because back in the days, the DJs wouldn't even help you, tell you the names of records and none. They used to block out the fucking, you know what I'm saying? But Kaz always used to give me the names. He would write them down for me and everything. Because I you know, I was telling y'all I want to be a DJ. And you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. And then one day we bring the fucking equipment into this nigga's house, bro. And when we bring the turntables into this nigga's room, there's a big fucking white boy sitting right there, bro. And this nigga's he's writing in the black book, like doing the outline, but he got a bunch of spray cans in front of him. So I was like, I'm looking at this nigga like, yo. So Kaz tells, because Kaz already knew that he'd say, yo, this nigga's up and coming. This dude, he always used to say, yo, you gotta watch out for this guy. You know how the NBA watches some college niggas? Like, yo, watch this dude. Why? You know what I'm saying? So I was already hip to Iz, you know, to the Iz shit, because by that time, I was so tired of bombing trucks, sanitation truck, buses, streets, that it was only one way one thing to conquer, and that was trains. I gotta get in the train. So I used to tell CY, yo, Kaz, let me go. But anyway, that day, that dude sitting down on that thing doing that outline, that white boy, that nigga told me, so you know who that is? And I was like, nah, man. He looks like a cop to me. Shit, that nigga said, yo, that's Iz the Wiz. So, you know, I folded. You know, I folded. I was like, oh shit, bro, what the fuck? So that experience led me to believe, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it led me to believe that I was on the right path. I said, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going back and forth. I'm doing T.N.S. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a DJ. I'm collecting records. I'm racking up paint and shit and all of that. But then it comes a point where, like any drug habit, it becomes expensive. You can't buy ink. You can't buy paint. For the caliber of bomb that you're gonna drop going to Union Turnpike or some big yard somewhere, you know, you better have a shopping bag of Rustos, you know, with a pocket full of fat cats. Don't go out there and embarrass yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get into the stealing, you know, because my mom's only gave me $1 to step off with every day. Like, here's $1 and shit, you know what I'm saying? So we had to turn that $1 into 15 cents. I mean, 15, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I'm fucking with EL now, hard body, right? And I'm realizing I'm getting to know L as a friend now. You know what I'm saying? And I found out L was homeless. That's why he lived in that building. And he did all that shit. But yo, this nigga took me through his daily routines. He took me through his daily routines and shit. Racking up. Racking up was the first thing you had to do. Was rack up. You know what I'm saying? So L had this shit down to the art. You see, yo, so we going into the supermarket. You're gonna go get all the ivory soaps, rack up all the ivory soaps and shit. And then he said, I'm gonna go rack up all the tuna fish, right? So bam. So we used to back rack like we was champs at that shit. Tucking the shirt, tightening the belt, and we used to walk out of there. Hunchback. And and then he taught me, he was like, yo, so now we bring him, big shout out to Gaps, RNS crew. Yo, he taught me, he said, yo, so now, because I'm like, okay, now we got all this shit, now what? He said, yo, come on. He took me to this grocery store right next to the abandoned building. There was this grocery store. His name was Arturo. Never forget. And the dude used to sell the big fat nicks of weed. Those shits was like that. 10 joints for a nick. The shits was like this. So we go and we drop all the shit on the counter. This nigga's peeling off. 50 cents for each soap, $1 for each tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, boom, I got $20 in my pocket, and fucking day ain't even started, bro. So now we get the bag of weed and we touch ourselves. So we touch ourselves. Now it was, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, like graffiti writers today, bro, you know, they're so lucky, B, that they don't have to wake up in the morning and go steal before you can even take a tag. You just have to fill your pockets, son. Because if you ain't fill your pockets, you know what I'm saying? This nigga L had me waking up at 6 in the morning, going to the fuck. I had a bike, and we duct taped a fucking basket on that shit. And we used to go to all the fucking grocery stores at 6:30 in the morning, take all the New York Post and all the Daily News. Like that. You just go like this with stacks of them shits. And go to Delancey Street train station and sit there like that, like we was working for them. You know, boom, boom, Daily News, yo, New York Post, yo, like that. By the end of that, you had another $20 in your pocket. Now we done racked up all this shit, and then boom. So now it's 12 o'clock, it's coming. You start getting hungry, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. Nigga taught me this. This nigga say, yo, so we gonna hit up all the fucking free lunches. We hit up all the free lunches. You know, yo, stop me if I'm fucking going in too fucking, you know, but you asked for the beginning, man. And then and that, you know what I'm saying, my beginning is, you know what I'm saying, that's what got me here, man. So I ain't got no problem sharing it with you, bro. And everybody else.
We used to do the same shit. We used to go to the free lunches in school, my
yo,
nigga.
remember when them niggas had the sloppy Joe with the chocolate milk? Oh,
Stop
yo,
playing.
the sloppy Joe, we used to change our shirts and get back online and shit and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then after that shit, this is what took everything to a new level. We go to this motherfucking we go hop the train because we had a lot of money now. We turned all the change in and everything, so now we got paper. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first time I got mad paper now. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with them. I'm T.N.S. Now I'm T.N.S. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So this nigga L takes me. It was him and Lus, the vice pres. Bang. Because Lus was a motherfucking hustler and a chain snatching motherfucker too, bro. He knew how to get it and shit. So nigga takes me uptown. We get on the 6 train. We come uptown. We walk into this building. All 3 of us walk into this building. Yo, let me get $2. Yo, let me get $3. Yo, we got up $8 between the 3 of us. Nigga slid it under the door, and out came a bag of Crazy Eddie.
What, the did us?
Yup, that was my first fucking time, bro. Yo,
where that?
Yo, I remember we went to this park on Madison Avenue on 115 somewhere, and this nigga just passed me that shit. And I'm smoking that shit like it's weed, you know, like, and shit just got a fucked up taste, but I'm like, yo, that shit, man, I turned to King Kong. I remember I felt like I was the tallest. I don't know, bro. That shit just inflated me, bro. And I remember some dudes coming up to us. And, you know, because back in the days when you used to smoke dust uptown, you had to be careful. Because they had niggas on the hood just laying up for niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? To dust it up, they used to go in your pockets and flip your shit. So anyway, this dude came up like that with that approach. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. So L was coming out the store, and the dude had me and Lus against the shit, and he's pump faking like he got a gun. But I'm not. Yo, Joves, what up, Joves? TDO crew. Yo. So he pump fake, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Boom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I had about $40 on me. I was like, damn, man. You know, I'm trying to figure out how can I fuck this dude up because he was playing us mad close with the gun and shit. Yo, shout out to my T.N.S. crew from the West Coast. San Bernardino, what up, my niggas? Yo. So, yo, this nigga L came running across the street with a bed rail. You remember them bed rails? Them bed rails? Them iron bed rails? Nigga came with a bed rail and just broke that nigga's whole back with that shit. And we just ran. That was my first encounter with dust. But I remember it just, the shit, you know the way up, it was the right ingredient for what I was doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that shit took me to another level. So now we dust it up, right? We go downtown, we get off at 40 Deuce. We go to this big fucking hardware store they used to have on 40 Deuce. We go in, yo, racket, yo, remember, now I got dust balls, kid. Now I'm dusted. I'm like, yo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I just transformed into a motherfucker. Yo, Doc, what up, Doc? Doc TDO. Yo, so I didn't rack up. I couldn't rack up. I got scared. I bugged out. It was my first time hitting them, you know, on some real shit. These niggas came out with paint and everything, boom, boom. I think it came off with 15 cans, right? So boom, so they threw me 5 cans, and it was like, yo, we going bombing. So now I'm like, oh shit, I'm dusted, I'm high, we going bombing, I got money, I'm with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. You know, we're talking 77, 78. Around there, 77. Nigga took me to the motherfucking Brooklyn Bridge layup. Bam, jumped over. I remember we was walking up, because the only way I ever went in Brooklyn Bridge, we used to walk on the highway and jump the wall and shit. And bam, you land right in the tracks and just walk into the tunnel and you fucking in heaven and shit, you know? And yo, we took it, boom. So that was the first time that I officially got to smack some clean trains and everything, but I didn't have a throw up. You know, I didn't have a throw up. And EL was doing throw ups.
Never had a throw up?
Yeah, B, I buy that shit. That shit missed me, bro. So that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So L told me, he was like, yo, so just do insides. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I went inside. I was hitting the inside with flat black, and the shit was clean. So I'm fucking sending them shits back to fucking Brooklyn, all tore the fuck out to the Bronx. I ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So I was like, okay. So now I'm working on the throw up. Man. I'm working, you know what I'm saying? So eventually, the months pass, and shit, gotta throw up. Shit, gotta throw up. And shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So now, we doing Misties. We used to go in the Bowery, lay up. We used to go in the fucking 2nd Avenue. They used to lay up the ding-dongs on 2nd Avenue. We used to go in there and shit. We used to go in the Cuchifritos and bring the bums in 2nd Avenue, a bag of Cuchifritos, and them niggas had our back like yo, like these niggas looked like they was hiding from the law. You know what I'm saying? Like in the tunnels, like yo, they, you know what I'm saying? But we was mad street like that. Like we was so grounded to the street that yo, we fucked with bombs and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So did it feel?
You know what I'm saying?
Like
the bums used to be. The bums are the voice of the ghetto. That's the voice of the ghetto. Them niggas used to tell you, yo, don't go around that corner, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So by this time, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying? Now I'm converting into fat caps, learning how to use fat caps and shit like that. You know? So
doing fill-ins was it hard going from straight doing tags all the time?
Yes.
And just doing fill-ins
with stock caps too. That them shits look, you know, it was looking mad toy and shit. But then one day, fucking CY Kaz 2 is the whiz partner. Yo, the nigga gave me a whole handful of fucking fat caps. He was like, so you gotta do fat caps. You do your outlines with the stock cap. You do the fillings with the fat cap. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, you put the skinny cap on the black and put the fucking fat cap on the white. And that's how you do it. So I watched him do a throw up in the hallway. He did that shit. So I was like, okay. So I got the concept of that. So Hey, yo, I want to shout out my man, XS Beats, Big Mike, what up, Polo Grounds? Yo, so now I'm pretty well, you know, once you got a tag in the throw up, even if you ain't a piecer, but you can keep up. You know what I'm saying? If you put in work, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? So we doing all of that shit. And then so I'm fucking up in school. So every fucking weekend, bro, I used to have to do book reports to catch up with my homework and all of that shit. So one weekend, bro, it was Saturday, bro. It was Easter Sunday. It was Easter Sunday, right? So I went to the library to take out a book. Library was closed. I didn't know it was Easter Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So I'm walking back from the fucking library, and bam, I catch this dude taking a tag on the fucking thing. And now I'm T.N.S. I'm taking nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 years in T.N.S. I made my bones and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. I fought the nigga in the crew that you had to fight. I did all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Boom, the niggas knew this nigga, you know, and not only that, man, my boy L, at the same time, I had grew this fondness for him, man. A love for that nigga, man. So that nigga, you know, that nigga was a wild nigga, and that nigga just took me under the wing like, bam. You know what I'm saying? And was opening it up like he wasn't opening it up to nobody, B. That's how come my tag, SOE, stands for Son of Everlast. You know? He's Everlast. I'm his son. I'm Son of Everlast. That's, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Yo, you choking, bro. You choking, right? I'm gonna choke too, bro. Yo. So now we're gonna take it back to the record shack, bro. I'm coming from the fucking library, bro. I catch this nigga writing. Big white boy. Writing on this shit. Blah, roll up on that nigga. Yo, what you wrote? You know, just the way they rolled up on me when I was a kid. Yo, what you write? So the nigga's trying to hide his marker. He's panicking and shit and all this shit. Goofy looking nigga. So I'm like, I got this nigga. What you wrote? I'm putting the pressure on that nigga. Right? The nigga told me, oh, he said, oh, I'm sorry. He's apologizing. He's like, you right? I was like, what you wrote? The nigga pointed at the fucking, you know the little baby? The Keith Haring baby. Nigga, it was Keith Haring.
Wow.
Right? So I look at that nigga and I was like, oh shit, I seen that shit, you know, because I was starting to see that shit around, you know, and that was the first time, that was my first exposure to pop art. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, who does it? Nobody did a little baby and shit like that, right? So, yo, I'm you know, I still got this thing on the pressure. This nigga tells me, I say, yo, let me see what you wrote that with, because it was with a white fucking Pentel. And yo, bro, I had never in my life. I used to see the white tags like Chino 2, Chino 3. Them cats, they was at a level where they was using Pentels on the windows and the elevators, you know, shit. I was like, fuck. What's that little white ink? That white. This nigga Keith Haring opened his hand. He had one in his hand. And he said, here, you can have it. Take a tag. So, boom, I took a tag with the little white pencil. I was in love with it. He was like, yo. This nigga. And by this time, mind you, SR, I had the fucking game in the lower and smash. Like if the shit, I had this shit so in smash that I used to write my name on the top of the sanitation trucks. So when they drive through the projects, you could see them from the window. You know, I was already a public relations fucking genius with the shit, right? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? So I sit down, this nigga says, yo, you want to smoke some weed? So I'm like, yeah. And back then, I don't know if you remember, the only niggas with good weed was the white boys. The white boys was the ones with the good weed back then. This nigga lit up some shit, got me stuck. Told me, yo, he said, you want to go to my studio, so? Yo, he just kept, so, right there, right. Again, I look out for you. I'm like, yo, this dude is fucking cool, B. So I'm writing with this thing. We go all the way to Broome Street. I walk right by that Broom Street, you know what I'm saying, with Chino 2, Chino 3, Dell, T2, you know what I'm saying, the Wild Boys, all that shit used to be in that neighborhood. So, but I walked right through with that nigga. And he said, niggas was going, yo, Soul. Niggas, I was like, yo, what up, my nigga? Yeah. So Keith was like, oh, shit, Keith. He was like, yo, Soul, I can't, you know, I'm so happy to meet you. You know, he was real humble with it, B. He wasn't like slobbing a knob. He was like, yo, Soul, yo, when I got to this nigga's crib on Broom Street, went inside, he opened that shit, and I seen all that shit, I was like, oh, shit. This dude is on another level, B. The nigga had canvases on the wall. Blank canvases on the wall. Nigga told me, so I want you to take some tags on them canvases and everything. So I take the tags on the canvases. Yo, SR, no bullshit, yo. I'm fucking boom, boom. I didn't know what I'm doing. Never wrote on a canvas. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. He's like, no. I was like, yo, Keith, that's good. He's like, nah, that's perfect. I got the drips and everything. He's like, that's perfect. That's just how I want it. Let it drip. And everything. So we hung out. He gave me some weed. And the nigga comes and he puts 3 boxes by the door. And he said, yo, this is for you. Yo, I opened the box. It was a box of Pentels, white Pentels, 24 of them shits. I opened the other box. It was a box of black pilots. Then I opened up another box. And yo, it's funny because I still got one of the cans that he gave me. Look, remember these shits? Keith Herring gave me this shit, yo. And this is the last one. Yo, he gave me a box of these shits, bro. Yo, I went because you know one thing with T.N.S, you had to spread the love. You know what I'm saying? You had, you know, if you know what I'm saying, I had to go check in. You know what I'm saying? With the crew, you had to check in every day. L was like that with his shit. You had to check in. So yo, I go to the block. I put the shit in the garbage can. I'm dragging them shits, man. I'm trying to get them shits from Broom Street to Henry Street, 3 heavy boxes. And I'm like, bam, I found this fucking shopping cart with 1 wheel in the garbage. I put that shit in there, and I just dragged this shit with me. And I came to the block. All the fellas was there. Yo, it was Christmas. It was Christmas for us because we was poor. Remember, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gave a shit. So, yo, it was on pilots. I was handing out pilots, quarts of ink, fucking white Pentels. You know, L used to take his cut off the top. You had to, you know, L want 5 of each. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boom. If not, you got to knuckle the fuck up.
Wow.
So I hit everybody off and everything. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, Soul, where the fuck you came? I said, yo, I met this nigga. I met this white boy. Yo, this nigga's man cool. You know the nigga with that dude, the little babies? And them niggas, they so hardcore, they like, what? Little fucking little babies. What you talking about, nigga? That nigga that be doing them little babies. Yo, this nigga L tells me, yo, so for real, where you got that shit from? I was like, yo, L, I bullshit you not. I'm gonna bring the nigga. I want you to meet this nigga. This nigga's official. This nigga's an art. Yo, his shit is in museums. You know, I'm telling this nigga, like, yo, this is, you know, because yo, I was impressed. You know, I tagged all over his crib. He told me tag all over my house. You know what I'm saying? He said, I want to look at your tag every day. He was telling me shit like that. So I go back the next day after the marker shit. I cut school. Pip. And I slid to that nigga's crib, smoked that weed. I wanted that weed and shit. So boom, when I get to the crib, as soon as I come in the door, the 3 canvases I did, this nigga did Keith Haring characters around them shits like this, be all crazy. Crazy. When I tell you crazy, that I was like, yo, I grabbed one off the wall and I told him, yo, I'm taking this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking this one. Keith was like, no, Soul, don't worry about it. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with a painting. Fucking those are sold already. I sold them. He said, I'm going to give you half the money. So I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Half the money. So I'm thinking, okay, cha-ching. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. A tag is only a tag. This nigga got rows and rows and rows of fucking canvases. Keith Haring canvases like this on the floor. Rows and rows. Shit that now would be $100 million worth of shit. I was sitting in the middle of his living room around all that shit. Right? But I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know, that wasn't my thing. I was always the streets. So then that day, when he told me, he said, yo, the shit's a soul in it. I said, yo, Keith, let's go outside. I want you to come. I want you to meet EL. You know, I want you to meet EL, cause and then when I'm walking with him, he's confessing to me. He's telling me this shit. He was like, yo, he said when all I wanted to be when I grow up was a graffiti writer. You know, he's telling me this shit. You know, and I'm like, don't worry, Keith, babe, we're gonna show you. Just hang with me. Don't worry about it. I ain't thinking of it. I ain't clout chasing. I wasn't doing none of that shit. I put him under the fucking wing down there. You know what I'm saying? So I bring the nigga to the abandoned building, right? So I'm calling L. Yo, L. L's on the roof with the pigeons. L's on the roof, and he was drinking, and it was kind of, you know, when it was sunny out, it was hot. You know, we drank when, you know what I'm saying. I drank at night and shit like that. You know, boom, he's drinking. So, but he had a lot of problems. He was homeless, man. He had family problems and everything, right? Yo, I got Keith Herman in front of the building on Henry Street, and I'm like, yo, L. So Keith is standing next to me. That nigga L comes out, and back in the day, we used to dip and dab on the glue. We used to sniff glue. This nigga sniffing a bag of glue on the roof, and I seen him, and he was like, yo, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Yo, next thing you know, he just threw a brick. That shit almost hit Keith Herman. Bam! Keith ran. Keith ran and shit. And I was like, yo, L, man, that's my man. That gave us the markers. He was like, oh, shit, all right, I'm coming down. But Keith was like up the block. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was up the block, B. And so I caught up with Keith. And I was like, yo, Keith, man, you know what I'm saying? Yo, he didn't know who it was. That's our building. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, that's your building? He was like, yeah, that's our building. That's our crib, 199 Henry, blah, blah, blah. The shit was all graphed up, T.N.S. Top to bottom, graphed out. The outside of that shit was graphed out. So I took the nigga Keith. So I said, Keith, let him cool out. We'll meet him tonight or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boom. Because I already knew when he drank, and if he did the glizzu, you know, you got the real rough side of that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bad time. So I took the nigga to meet my other partner, LA2. I took the nigga to LA2's house. I'm knocking on the door at LA2's house. Bang, bang, bang. His mother looks through the peephole. What do you want in Spanish? ¿Qué carajo tú quieres? So I'm like, yo, you know, let me talk to Angelo. No, salte de aquí. She's telling me to take that white boy and get him out of here. He said, don't bring the, you know what I'm saying? Because she used to dip and dab on her, you know, selling her shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I heard her inside yelling at LA, telling her, yo, why the fuck in that cop's son is bringing that white people to my door and all this shit. So I was like, yo, you know what, man? Fuck you too, B. Poof. So I jetted. So went back to Keith's house. We going back to Keith's house. Keith says, yo, so I gotta do a few errands. Come see me tonight. I'm supposed to have those paintings sold tonight. So I forgot about this shit. So that night I pop up, right? I was with my girl. Back then, I was so young that I didn't even fucking, you know, I was with a girl for like months and shit, and it was just blue balls and stink finger. You know what I'm saying? Girls wasn't giving pussy up like that back then. You know what I'm saying? You had to fucking really be, you know what I'm saying, boom, and I had a good girl. So, you know, I was tired of all that shit, but when I get to Keith's house, I left my girl. Oh, where the fuck you going? Because she didn't know I had this secret life. Graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Her mom's was church people. My father was a cop. So now, you know, all this is a secret. This is, you know, I used to tell my mother, and she said, Richie, tú estás haciendo droga. You're doing drugs. Because she couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I go to Keith's house. Yo, this nigga standing right there. I come in the door. The door was always open. So I come in the door, boof, and shit. And I come in, and there's a dude in there with a bucket hat and shit and everything, boom, boom. And he's talking to Keith and everything. And Keith goes like this to me, like, just chill. Just give me a minute. So I'm like, okay. No. So the dude writes the checks and everything. He's writing Keith checks. He's writing Keith checks right there, like, Keith is like, yo, make two, and make two checks. You know, split the foot. It was The 3 canvases was sold for $14,000. Right? Nigga split that shit in half and gave me a check for 7 G's.
What?
Yo, bro. That's like 70 G's right now. You know what I'm saying? Back then. That's like 70 G's. B, I was like, yo. You know, but it didn't register me because I had never got a check. I was 16. I never got a check. You know, saying shit like that. So we didn't have ID. We didn't have bank. All we had was juvenile delinquent cards. That's the only thing we had to identify us. JD cards and shit. So I fucking go home and I hit my mother off with the check, bro. I hit my mother off with the check. And yo, my mom's just like, take that motherfucking check back. Ain't no motherfucker. Ain't no white motherfucker gonna give you $7,000 for no writing. Nah, something's going on. So she's, she's, and moms, they don't want nobody fucking molesting their kids or whatever. But my moms knew that I wasn't gonna let that shit happen. But he's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? So yo, I went back, hit the nigga back. I tried to say, yo, my mom's dead at this shit, bro. I can't. Come on, B. Keith said, don't worry, I'll cash it for you. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? He cashed it. He gave me 7 fucking goddamn. Listen, bro. When he put that shit in my hand like this, first thing I did, I ran out that nigga's crib. And in the Bowery, back in the days, that used to be the Holstro. They had the pimps with the feather hats, the real shit. The real shit. Bitch better have my money, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So I rolled up on this nice, fine little black chick. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And I was tired of the blue balls with my girl, B. I was like, yo. And everybody on the block was fucking, but I was bumming and I wasn't fucking, man. I was just making out for 3 hours, B. And I was like, yo, bro. So I hit this girl off. I gave her $100. She used to be $10 for some ass and $10 for the hotel. Yo, I gave her 100 right off the top. She was like, boom. She snatched me up. She took me upstairs. She changed my life, B. You know what I'm saying? When I came out of there, I was a grown nigga, B. First thing I did was I quit my girl. I was like, yo, out of here. You know what I'm saying? Out of here with that shit. You know? So then, so you know what I'm saying? Now I'm acting up. Now this nigga, my father gave me a little hoopty. Now he gave me a hoopty. Now it's on and cracking. Now we about to see what's on the other side of the bridge, what's in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because, I wasn't doing all this alone.
What year is this?
We're going into 78, 79, like that, 79. We was already established. The crew was established. Big Rich T.N.S. was rocking with Min 1. And by 1979, 80, Min 1 came into the picture. Cess D.O.G. from Brooklyn, Cess, the Subway Slasher. All them niggas was living with E.L. Yo, we had men used to satch. Them niggas used to pull up with bags of paint and just hit us off. And it was crazy. That's when we became RTW, T.N.S. That's when the affiliation became, boom. And I was like, when I remember when men say, yo, so because men, you wasn't automatically down with RTW. Men was putting us down one by one as he went along, So, hey, yo, check this out. Before I can continue, my man Gaps, if you see Plus, big shout out to Plus, TBC, B, TNS, and JS, East New York, B. Anyway, so by now, you know what I'm saying? By now, now I remember from the 7 racks, I remember giving L $500 because he was homeless. Then I had got this job, started working in the sneaker store. Remember the sneaker stores on Orchard Street?
Right over the bridge?
Yeah, on Delancey. There used to be Orchard Street where you used to buy sheepskins, all your shit at.
Yup.
I used to work in the sneaker stores. And I used to work in the last sneaker store, and we used to rob them Jews blind. Yo, Min, Rich, and EL used to come through like that every other day. Hey, yo, Rolling Thunder Riders. You already know. RTW. Yo, Bill Rock. Revolt, Zephyr, Min, all them niggas, Huey, fucking, yo, them white boys is incredible. Yo, much love. Yo, but anyway, oh man, I forgot, man. Fuck. Anyway, it's 79, right? 79 into 80. So boom, so we banging out. Yo, Keith Haring is taking us to fucking me in LA, because LA, I introduced him to LA. I eventually introduced him to LA, and him and LA and me, we had built an art relationship, because me and LA had Avenue D and all that shit sold up, but I had the whole fucking shit sold up.
LA Rock.
Little La Rock and shit. So that was my little man and shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And so I introduced him to Keith. So he started doing canvases. My shit was in the street. You know what I'm saying? I was always in the street. You know, I was a vandal. I'm not even an artist, man. I'm not even gonna front, bro. If I can't break the law while I'm taking a tag, it ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't even think I could take a nice, sweet tag unless I'm under pressure. I need the pressure of the cops, of the fucking, I might lose everything, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so LA's doing canvases with this nigga. So I got the hoopty. So I'm picking up, I'm in between doing T.N.S. business. I snatched the hoopty, and I'm snatching Keith and LA up, and I'm putting this together. And you know what I'm saying, Paul? And I can't, it was a slow introduction into the crew T.N.S. because we didn't understand pop art. We didn't understand that shit. That shit was, but the shit that Keith showed me, you know, I remember the first place I took him. I took him to the Soho, somewhere in Soho. First time ever I went into Soho, like Prince, all that shit in them streets and shit. So I'm driving like I'm lost, like what the fuck? So we go into this gallery, and it's Tony Shafrazi's gallery. He's a famous fucking art dealer, broker, Tony Shafrazi, and gallery owner. He's the nigga that sold all the Basquiat's and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we in this nigga's shit, right? So I come out, I got the goose down vest on, right? But I'm always ready to rack. You know, we used to rock the goose. So I go in there, me, Keith, and LA go inside, boom. So LA and Keith had done some paintings together. So Tony Shafrazi was getting them to sign certificates of authenticity in the front. So I was in the back. And yo, they had fucking Andy Warhol's, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, like this lined up on the floor. Yo, I opened my vest and I took the Marilyn Monroe and I stuffed it. Poof! And I buttoned my jacket. When I looked at the fucking, in the mirror, there was a mirror right there. I looked in the mirror. Yo, you could see the exact square shit. Yo, pieces of the canvas coming out my vest. The whole shit, man. I couldn't do it. So I took out and I put it back. I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted, if you notice, look behind me. You know, that was the same fucking painting. I had that shit in the bag. So anyway, so then we doing all this shit. Yo, this nigga Keith tells us, yo, so we going up to, let's get some gas and shit. Then we're gonna go have some lunch at 57th Street. We gotta go meet Andy, right? So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he's paying. He's fucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it. I'm driving Miss Daisy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we drive up to 57th Street somewhere. Boom. He said, oh, park the car right here. Park the car. We walk into this. It's a Chinese restaurant. Walk in. It's Mr. Chow's on 57th Street. Me, LA, and Keith. We walk in. And I'm walking, and you know, and I'm in this business area, you know, 57th Street, First Avenue, around there, all that shit. Shit was mad cops around there, so I got a back. I used to sell nickels of coke back in the day. That was, you know what I'm saying? To the old man in front of the building, you know what I'm saying? I used to hit them off and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, without getting caught by the OGs, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't sell shit. So I had a whole pocket. I had just re-upped. So I had a whole pocket. We go with Mr. Chow. Walked in. First thing they give you is a tray with the champagne cups with the Cristal. So I'm like, boom, I grabbed that shit, I taste that shit, I put it back. I was like, nah, I can't, you know, we was old English niggas. And saying I couldn't stomach that shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? So boom, so we chilling out, we hanging out, we sit down. When we go to the table, when the waiter comes, oh, I'm here, I'm with Andy. Oh, Andy's here already. So we go to the back by the windows. Yo, Andy, there's a window, there's a wall by the window, there's a table by the window, and then at that table was Brooke Shields, Mick Jagger, and some other people. Right? So I actually seen Mick Jagger. I was like, what the fuck? When I look after I stopped fucking bugging out off Mick Jagger, I look and I seen Brooke Shields. So I was on my fucking Pimp Daddy Bowery shit, you know? I was like, yo, B, you know, with Brooke Shields, I'm like, Keith, hook me up with her. He's like, no, I can't. So come on. I'm like, yo, fuck that. So we sitting down, John Michel Basquiat and John Michel was lucky if he got 2 G's for a painting, bro. You know, I remember that them times. His shit, you know, his shit wasn't, you know, he wasn't. Andy was putting them on. You know what I'm saying? You know, Andy was putting them on. So we sitting at this table with these niggas. Yo, the dude comes to order my food. I'm telling this nigga, yo, I want shrimp fried rice, no vegetables. Don't put no bean sprouts in my shit. Yeah, I'm flipping out like I'm ordering shit in the hood, you know? You know, boom. So these niggas looking at it, and I'm like, yo, I felt mad out of place. I was like, mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I wasn't ready for that shit. I wasn't ready for that level. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, and I met Andy Warhol. I bugged out. I was like, oh shit, you the Campbell soup guy? Yeah. You know what I'm saying, bro? And Keith, and he was like, he told Keith, oh, your friends are incredible. I love them. With his little, you know what I'm saying? It was little. He always had to throw that shit. Always cute or some shit. But you know what I'm saying? You had to give these niggas a pass, man, because them niggas put G's in our pocket now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? LA was gonna show gonna do a show in the Whitney Museum with him and shit. So you know, shit was on a level that. But remember, I'm still T.N.S. So when I would drop them niggas off, I go straight to the hood, check in, boom, and just rack up whatever. So when I remember, I went into the motherfucking yo, how long we got?
Nigga, as long as you get, just don't even worry about that.
Yo, just hit the button if I'm fucking popping too much shit, B. But yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I you know what I'm saying? I don't do this. I don't interviews and shit like that. I only did 1 or 2 before and shit, and you know what I'm saying, like that. But yo, you know what I'm saying? I saw you come up. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Boom, much respect and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because I wasn't writing, but I was watching. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we go to Mr. Chow. Let me finish this quick Mr. Chow shit. Then you could ask me whatever the fuck. Yo, everything's off the table, bro. Brass knuckles and flashlights. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers, if you fuck me over, you gonna get it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so we in Mr. Chow, right? So LA tells me, yo, you got some shit on you? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, let's go in the bathroom. And shit, so we go in the bathroom and shit. He was like, yo, I don't like that fucking shit. Yo, Bam Bam, what up, Bam Bam, DJ Bam Bam? What up, my nigga, yo, Crow? Yo, so anyway, we go, yo, SR, we go into the motherfucking bathroom, and the bathroom in Mr. Chow's, I don't know if it's like that right now, but back then, it used to be, you remember the Hall of Mirrors and Enter the Dragon? All the mirrors, they was like that, the bathrooms. You walk in and you see 100 of you. Right? So I pass LA a Nick, and I'm cracking some shit. So we doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? Doof. And everything. So yo, this dude just busts in the door. This dude just busts the door in and shit. Like, oh shit, oh shit. You know, LA tries to flush his coke and shit. I drop mine on the floor. I'm stepping on aluminum foil. I had fucking coke on my nose, and the dude told me, yo, clean your nose, man. So and all this shit. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. And he was like, what do you mean, sir? What the fuck? He said, you got any more of that shit? And I was like, what the fuck? So I pulled out. I said, let me test this nigga. Yo. So the nigga says, I hit the nigga off, right? I hit the nigga off. The nigga hits that shit. Bang, one shot like a dolphin. Bat, one shot. Nigga motherfucker tells me, he says, yo, you guys got any more of this shit? So I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to let him know I had a lot of that shit. So I'm like, no. And he was like, listen, you guys like going to clubs? And I was like, yeah. Nigga says, follow me. We go outside. Nigga goes to the bar, grabs the phone, picks up the phone, and he calls up and he says, yo, this is Steve. I want you to put SOE and LA on the guest list for tonight. Don't fuck up. Give them VIP tickets. Give them everything. So boom. So the nigga says, yo, tonight my party. I was like, yo, but where's your club? He said the Palladium on 14th Street. It was Steve Rubel, the owner of the Palladium, that I just hit off. So yo, we went that night. Yo, I never in my life, bro, got VIP to the point of no return, bro. Yo, he gave us drink tickets the VIP drink tickets, you could buy Moet bottles all night. Like that, I was giving them shits away. Like every time I seen a bad bitch, yo, send 4 bottles right there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, balling. Yo, we was balling, pockets full of money. Yo, everything was going crazy. But my heart, you know, I knew that when my heart was still like T.N.S, man. You know, so after going through all of this shit and all these chambers with Keith and everything, that was cool. So I introduced him to Rich too, and EL, and eventually, boom, everything. You know, he got to know the crew. So we took the nigga to the Brooklyn Bridge layup. Took Keith Haring to the Brooklyn Bridge layup. Rich too was there. LA, me, and Keith, us 4. We take Keith. Keith was all down. That nigga was down. Yo, when we get into the first car, we start pulling out with us. I don't know how you guys rocked it, but whenever we went to a layup or a yard, the first car, you inked up and got high right there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And then from there, we just whatever. Right? So we getting high and shit. We doing whatever. Keith Haring is already doing characters all over the train, bro. All over the train. First car, bro. We heard a door slam. Bam. And that's all it took. Keith Haring caught a fucking panic attack right in the layup, bro. RH had to tell that nigga, yo, take your man the fuck out of here, yo. Yo, I was like, yo, L, man. Yo, L, could you walk him out? Because all this shit was clean. I didn't want to miss that shit because he was panicking. I was like, Keith, nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Boom, you're going to hear things. You know what I'm saying? Boom. No, get me out of here. So he left. So me and Rich kept on. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing and shit. So then, by then, you know, LA started doing real paintings with him now and shit. So he partnered off with him. But I was there all the time. You know, I was LA's manager. I used to manage yo, that painting right there, that's 5 G's, yo. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I go back to the T.N.S crew, hard body. Now I'm leaving Keith Haring and all that shit because I got a lot of catching up to do. You know what I'm saying? I was with that pop art shit too long, so now I got catching up to do. So I'm going bombing, boom, going with L. So I remember another Easter Sunday, right? I couldn't go out because I think my little sister was doing her communion or some shit, and I had to fucking take the pictures for my father. I couldn't go with L. So that nigga L tells me, yo, so lend me your keys, right? Lend me your keys. I had original train keys. My neighbor was a dope fiend. He was a work bum. I used to give him a bag of dope, and he gave me keys to IRTs, INDs, BMTs, 400 keys, all the keys. Like that. So I had all the keys. Because we used to get our keys sharpened. Remember? At the hardware store, they used to they not sharpen them, shave them. The closet keys. But then when I got the original keys, it was on. And we was already reaching a little level of respect, that we were being respected. You know what I'm saying? So I give him the keys, right? I say, yo, L, I can't go with you. It was Easter. He was like, yo, so 4 Hamilton Parkway. It's gonna be packed. So I'm like, yo, L, I can't go, man. He was like, so give me the keys. I'll put you up. Right? So I'm like, all right, I'm like, bet. I get a nigga the keys. 2 days later, 3 days later, I read the newspaper. It says graffiti artist busted. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, graffiti at 4 Hamilton Parkway. He was arrested for criminal mischief, felony criminal mischief, felony possession of the train keys. Back then used to be a felony. I don't know if they are now, but but back then them shits was felonies, yo. So yo, so he took this. So I'm reading the fucking thing, and it says the graffiti writer's name was IP3. I said IP3, 4 Hamilton keys. I was like, yo, that's L, because L's alias was IP3. Niggas ain't know that. It said I was IP3. Shit, and it said, boom. He only used that shit for the cops. When the cops, yo, what you, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because the cops used to call our names by the loudspeaker. Yo, so, like that. The niggas knew us like that, bro. We was hot boys. Because from chain snatching, from all the shit we was doing, not only, you know what I'm saying? We was like a fucking little, we could have caught a RICO fucking goddamn case back then. You know? So anyway, L gets busted, right? He comes out. He did 10 days in Rikers Island for that shit. And he came home. When he came home, he came straight to my crib. He's like, yo, Soul, I'm sorry about the keys, man. I'm niggas, blah, blah, blah. I say, yo, Soul, yo, L, I read this shit. I showed him the news clip, and I was like, oh, shit. He took the news clipping and everything. I was like, yo, nigga, you made the papers. And he was like, yo, Soul, the niggas burying me, man. They want to put me in jail for more. So I was like, don't worry about it, bro. Fuck that shit. Just make sure you go to court. Anyway, bro, right? So by this time, fucking RH is doing whole cars with men. You know, we're talking, now we're going 81, 82. We're going into 81, 82 and shit. You know, we're going to VIPs fucking at the Guggenheim parties. Quick, Keith Haring, I gotta give it to that motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker, boy, he kicked it. Yo, the shit. I should be, I remember one time getting high in the bathroom and Grace Jones walked in. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm smoking a bag of dust in the bathroom. She walked in and smelled that shit, what up? You know, some crazy shit. So, but all the drugs and all the breaking night and all that shit started catching up. You know what I'm saying? At 82. Now I'm in high school. Mind you, I'm in high school. Yo, I want to send a big shout out to my nigga Meek, CNA. That nigga Meek, that's one of my oldest graffiti friends right there. Yo, we went to the New York School of Printing. That's a whole nother chamber. Yo, when I got to the New York School of Printing, that's when I got put down with the Lookout Crew, Bolt Chisholm, Key 189. Yo, Brooklyn started giving it up to me, B. Them niggas was like, yo, so your niggas was giving me mad love. 7DS Crew, Little Star Dust, fucking Keto, all them niggas, BT, all these dudes, B. So now I'm able to go to the A Yard, the Glenmore Crew, all these crews, B. Ink 76, Joe 61, Sonic, yo, these niggas, I'm in a train way out with these niggas, whoa, that was it. I mean, there was, fuck, man, you know what the next thing I remember Min doing the outline for me, because we were going to start getting into piecing, you know? So Min, you know, when you started piecing, usually somebody give you an outline and shit. And you take it from there, you build on it and shit. So I remember I had men doing a dope outline for me and everything. But you know, my relationships with my parents at home. Hey yo, Tech 2, RTW, T.N.S. Hey yo, Tech, I love you, my nigga. Tech 2, an original T.N.S.er. Yo, but check it out, bro. So by this time, yo, Tech, you remember this shit? by this time, by 1982, late 82, you know, Rich, all of us, man, we was just from fighting, from stealing, from fucking racking up, from bombing, from fucking going to parties. And, oh man, bro, you know what I'm saying? Life just, you know, and I kind of knew better. You know, my father was a Vietnam vet and all this shit. So I kind of, you know, so I kind of like, I saw myself going in the direction that, because at this point, I was wild as a motherfucker. I didn't even give a fuck. Right? So late, like 82, early 83, I remember going to pick up EL one day at the crib, and we went and we chipped in and we went uptown and we got a bag of that shit. And I don't know if we was walking backwards. I don't know what the fuck happened, but we went from 115 and Park, where 116 and Park, where Crazy Eddie was at, to fucking, we ended up on 125th walking the wrong way. So we was all fucked up by then, you know, our lungs, all that shit. We was just, yo, Tech, you remember, man, how we put it down? Yo, so we walked by this fucking recruiter, by a recruiting station. And I seen a big poster of a fucking Marine. And me and EL are looking at that shit. And I looked at L and I said, yo, L, let's join the fucking Marines. You know, because I always wanted to be a Marine on the low. You know, I remember my cousin, when I was young, he gave me a Marine. I was like, oh, I want to be a Marine. So I was like, yo, this would be the perfect shit. The reset, a reset for me. You know? So me and L went in. We joined the Marine. L couldn't join. They ran the background check. He caught a felony for that fucking, for the keys. So he couldn't go in. So that nigga told me, yo, so fuck that, take the test. Go in, nigga. He encouraged me, B. He just kept, you know, he was like, yo, so I took the test. The next day I took the real test and I passed it. Then I took the physical. I passed it. Then I swore in. All that shit. You know? And I remember the last day going to boot camp. Me, EL, and RH hung out till about 5 in the morning, you know, some shit like that. Because my recruiter was gonna pick me up to go to boot camp in South Carolina at 6 in the morning. So I'm like, yo, I hadn't slept. I was like, yo, I gotta fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know? So I went upstairs, I took a quick bird bath, bam, bam. The nigga knocked on the door, boom, woke me up. My mother started crying, the whole shit. And when I went downstairs, you know, when I left, I hugged my mother, whatever, boom, boom. And I left. You know, I told my mother, you know what I'm saying? My father was like, no. I was like, yo, Pop, you know, you told me to get a job. Now I got a job. I'm a Marine. Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out, you know? And EL was in front of the building. EL was in front of the building, still waiting for me to leave. When he seen me come out with the recruiter and shit, yo, we just hugged. We was locked. And we was both crying, both of us. We was both crying. We was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Because then at this point, that nigga was like, he was my brother, man. And yo, Tech, my boy Tech too, he's on the feed. He know he was our brother, B. We were, you know what I'm saying? So I go to boot camp, right? I go to, you know, the recruiter says, don't worry, yo, fellas, you'll see each other again. Don't worry about it, Rich. You know, he's going to be here when you get back. All that. I was like, yo. So I'm walking away with the recruiter. EL's like, yo, so take T.N.S to the top. And I was like, I got this, so L. I got this. So I go, right? Bang, I bang. EL's writing to me every week at boot camp. I was getting letters from EL with throw-ups, rolling thunder. He was keeping me up to what was going on. Yo, I met Sago. We met the Wild Crew, you know, because by now we was the fresh kids. I don't know if you remember RTW, T.N.S, and WOW, we was the fresh kids. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we used to write fresh kids. You know, that men started that shit because we was all fresh, because I used to steal sneakers from the sneaker store and hit everybody off. So we used to go bombing fresh. You know, so anyway, yo, 3 months passed by and I graduate boot camp, right? I graduate boot camp, right? And then fucking, you know, I wrote to L. I said, yo, L, I used to have to write to his mother's house. His mother used to give him the mail. So I wrote him a letter. I said, yo, July 25th, you know, July 25th, you know, I'll be home, right? So I ended up, I caught a late flight, whatever. I got there on the 26th, right? When I get there, I seen Rich, and then there was a lot of people from my neighborhood, because everybody was asking my father, oh, when he's coming back, you know the girls, it was, you know what I'm saying, they knew I was coming back new and improved and shit. So anyway, I get out the car, I seen Rich and Den. So they just standing there and they, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, man. These niggas, fuck everybody else. Like, these niggas ain't happy to see me. So I go up to Rich. I'm in full uniform, a Marine. I go up to Rich. Rich gives me a hug and shit. And when he gives me this big tight hug, he don't let me go. Nigga whispers in my ear, yo, so EL passed away last night. And I was like, oh shit. It blew my fucking mind, bro. Just like, you know, I was like, yo, bro. So I remember choking the fuck up. I was choking the fuck up, man. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You know, but if anybody's a Marine, they know you can't cry in your uniform. You can't smoke in your uniform. You can't do none of that shit. You can't chew gum in your uniform. You can't do none of that shit. You know? So I'm about to cry. So I just came out of boot camp, so I'm mad disciplined. So I'm like, yo, Rich, let me go upstairs. Yo, big shout out to my man Sight, DFB. Yo, so when I go upstairs, I'm fucked up, man. I'm not even happy to see my mother, yo, and which is she's my heartbeat and shit. I just give her a hug, and you know, and she said, Richie, what's the matter? You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I said, Mom, you remember Willie? Cause she used to make a plate for him, everything. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. So I told her and shit. So I was like, oh, Mom, I just gonna go down and speak to some of the fellas, and then she's like, Richie, don't get in no trouble. Remember, you know what I'm saying? You're the Marines. And no. Boom, I went downstairs, and I remember going to the 199 Henry because I couldn't believe it. I was like, nah, Rich, find that nigga in the fucking thing. And he was like, yo, so he's not in the building, so they found the nigga dead in the train tracks. And I was like, fuck, man. So that shit.
How? Did you say how? Like, why? Like.
Well, I ran into this to the person that was supposedly with him when it happened. And you know, we were back then, you know, we were abusing substances to the point, you know, some did things, you know, some graduated to heroin and shit like that. Some didn't. That wasn't my thing. I was good with a can of OE and a fucking bag of dust. But you know, some people took it to other levels. And it was brought to my understanding that he just kind of took a hit and that shit nodded out, and he fell and he hit his head on the train tracks. And he split his shit wide open. And the dude told me, he was like, yo, because I had the nigga in the train. I was like, yo, you gonna tell me what the fuck happened to that nigga, yo? Because you ran and you left him there. They found that nigga, that the rats ate him up. So what the fuck? You know, he was like, yo, so when I'm telling you, the minute he hit the floor, his shit was cracked open and shit like a fucking, like you could see his fucking brain and his eyes were wide open. So he wasn't moving or nothing. You know, so I ran, you know? So that's how they found him and shit. You know, there's different, but I got to get it from the dude that was with him. So that's about as accurate as I could be. Because I wasn't there. And that shit wouldn't happen if I was there, period. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? Those things don't. So anyway, that shit right there ended my graffiti career. Right there. Right when Rich gave me that news, ended it right there. I remember going to they had his funeral. I put on my uniform, decked out, because he always wanted to see me in my uniform. So I can't wait to see you in your uniform. Yo, he was like, so bring me a pair of camouflage pants. I remember I had the pants for him and everything. Yo, I go to the funeral with RH. Yo, as soon as I open the fucking door, there's a sign that says who the person that's being viewed, their name, and I seen his name, Wilfredo Carrasquillo, Chapel 1. And I just turned around and I was like, nah, man, I can't do this. And I walked out. It was closed casket anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he was fucked up. So I left. And after that, I went to North Carolina, and I ended up, I quit. I quit for real. I had no desire to write, not like I used to. Even to this day, I'm to a point that I have to take one tag a day, just one, somewhere. At the post office, somewhere. I got to do something that I got to break the law some way. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this nigga, I get back to North Carolina and I get into my Marine shit. Now I'm going hard body with the Marine shit. I'm going to fucking desert warfare training. They send me to anti-terrorism warfare school in Quantico, Virginia. I'm sucking it all up. You know what I'm saying? And we got orders to go into Beirut because I got stationed with a unit called the 8th Marines out of Camp Geiger, North Carolina. They were all the knuckleheads. They took all the knuckleheads in the United States and they made one big unit out of them. And they talking about the wild niggas, fucking wildest niggas from Oklahoma, from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, now I'm gonna show you. Now I'm gonna tell you how I got my swerve back. Right? Because I quit. Remember, I gave it up. Don't want to write it. Don't want to know it. Don't even call me so. Boom, boom. None of that shit. It was, the L died. L was the glue that held us all together. The crew all just broke up. So I end up, we got orders to go to Beirut. Yeah, big shout out to Sago. Hell yeah, Sago Wild Crew, nigga. What I remember we changed in the Lower East Side. We changed the name to Wild Crew because it was Words of Wisdom. We changed it to Walk on Water, like Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yo, this one's gonna blow your mind. So make sure you got that shit lit. You know what I'm saying? Put the kids away and everything, because this one's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Tell me.
Yo, I get to motherfucking on the ship, right? They put us on ship and they send us overseas, right? So I'm on the ship for the first time. It's my first day on the ship. So I'm already, the ship is moving, I'm seasick. So these niggas tell me, yo, the OGs that been on ships before, say, yo, just go to the chow hall and get some crackers and ginger ale and shit. And then that shit will settle your stomach. And stop smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes make you nauseous. So I was like, all right, cool. So I go get the crackers, right? And I asked for ginger ale. The dude tells me, no, you got to get 50 cents on the machine for the ginger ale. So I was like, all right, cool, boom. So I'm going to put the 50 cents in the machine. There's a sticker right next to the fucking slot. When I look at the sticker, that's just a fucking AC TBK tag. Right on the fucking and AC, believe it or not, that little nigga, for me, coming up, yo, his bomb game was no joke. You could get the most bombed out train, but you could always find a little AC tag you could read everywhere. He put them shits everywhere, right? So I seen the AC tag. So I always wanted to meet AC, I had BT in them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I used to fuck with the Brooklyn cats, but that was East New York, Inc. and Joe 61 Plus, K64 Idea, the Glenmore crew, the East New York niggas, and the Park Slope brothers too, 7DS. Them niggas gave me mad love. 7DS, love them niggas, B. And so I immediately did what we always do. Because our form of communication back, I took a tag right next to it, right? Didn't think nothing of it. 2 days later, It's Sunday, right? It's Sunday, they used to give movies. They used to show a movie in the cafeteria. So I'm laying down on, you know, you used to have to get your spot on the floor. Boom, boom. So I'm waiting for the movie to come on. Movie comes on. Everything. Out of nowhere, I hear, yo, so. Yo, I got up. I turned around. And it was a nigga standing with his hands out like this. Like, yo. Like, yo. And I go over there. And I'm doing hopscotch over these niggas now. Like, brrrr. And I said, yo, AC? He was like, yeah. You so? I said, yeah. and we just hugged. We forget he was in the Navy. He's a Navy CB and shit. And so we're like we're fucking making love. We're like, oh shit, my nigga. Yeah. So everybody's like, yo, take that shit out of here, man. Get the fuck, go make love somewhere else. You know, because they're watching the movie. So we went up to the flight deck. And we was like, yo, so we talking. And meanwhile, mind you, at that exact moment, our crews are at war. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the TBK and like Bet Net, those dudes. You know, I didn't have war with them, but people in my crew had war with them. So that's how we used to have to roll. You know what I'm saying? You know, but like, you know, like RH was like, yo, when I catch that nigga, I'm gonna split these niggas. And he when he said it, he meant it. And so me and AC, we grew up, yo, every day we hung out. We went to Spain, we hung out. And then when we was in Spain, we got an order to go into Beirut. There was big problems going on in Beirut, Lebanon. In 1983, that was the hottest place in town. There was the most dangerous place in the world. I volunteered. I ended up in the most dangerous Beirut, the birthplace of the Hezbollah Party of God, bro. Right? So I'm like, so my unit gets called. So I told AC, yo, you know, they detach you from everybody. You know, because now you got to get orders. You got to get code words to go into an embassy. You know what I'm saying? You're being briefed about, you know, because, you know, he was in the Navy. So he handled shit on the ship. You know, we was the Marines. We were the ones that was going to jump in helicopters and land in Beirut and kick ass and take no names. You know what I'm saying? So by then, I was already I was a Marine. I was like, ugh. You know, like I knew my shit. I knew my shit straight up. You know what I'm saying? Boom, my. So I remember them niggas right before going in. I got to see AC. I said, yo, AC, I see you when I get back. Yo, so take care of yourself. Yo, I got this. Don't worry about it. 5 minutes, boom, and right. And so I remember it's at 4 a.m. we jumped in helicopters. Right? Boom, boom, boom. We stormed Beirut. When we get into Beirut, shit, fucking, it was red smoke. You know what I'm saying? You know what that is? It was all red smoke, so it was hot. So we get off, we running towards the embassy. We got to do a beeline to the embassy door and shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight, you know, you got to disperse and everything. And you hear the shit, shoo, shoo, shoo. Shit, I was like, what the fuck? Shit was real. Now shit was real, but I was T.N.S. In my brain, I wasn't even thinking. I was like, because Beirut's like the hood. You know, all the buildings was fucked up. Everything. I was like, this is where this is where I thrive in. You know what I'm saying? So, we get to this shit. We get the job done, right? I was, I think, 6 months in that motherfucker, bro. Doing 12 or 12 shifts, be crazy. Yo, I had grenades in every pocket. Yo, I was no joke with it, B. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like to fucking talk about that shit. Cause that shit, they make movies about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, back in the days, and that shit wasn't funny, B. That shit wasn't even entertaining, bro. You know, the shit that I saw over there, that was not entertaining. But it was life-changing. You know, I grew up fast, right? So, long story short, I'm gonna skip. I'm one more Beirut thing. yo, I had a Walkman. I remember I had a Walkman, and I only had 2 tapes. I had a Cold Crush 4 tape, and I had a DJ Breakout and Baron Funky 4+1 tape, right? That's all I used to listen to. Fucking Grandmaster Caz and all that shit. Yo, Grandmaster Caz is going in. I'm captain of the 4. The young Caz with the rhymes galore. Yo, that's how I used to flow in Beirut, right? So there was these kids and shit. There was these kids in Beirut, right? There was these little kids, right? These little niggas, they were mad cool. But these little motherfuckers was like 12 years old with 45. Shit, it was real little motherfuckers, right? But coming from where they come from in Beirut, that shit was all crazy, right? So I understood, because my hood was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't have to carry a gun. I carried myself. You know what I'm saying? So I remember letting these little niggas spoke a little bit of English. I remember letting these little niggas, while I was on duty, I would let them listen to my Cold Crush tapes. Like that. And then boom, boom. Yo, these little niggas, yo, Arabic, beat. Little Arabic niggas, they could say every Grandmaster Caz rhyme like this. By the end of my tour, them little niggas, I went to there used to be this motor transport where all the trucks used to be. They used to have this big cabinet. Yo, I go there with my backpack, take all the spray paint. Fill my shit up with spray paint. Yo, I had the little kids, I had a little hip hop class right in my post, right next to the American Embassy. Little niggas was writing on the wall. Yo, they were writing in Arabic. You know those Arabic characters? You know? But they, walking with, by the time I left there, them niggas was walking with spray cans in their back pockets, and all that shit with Walkmans. Niggas had Walkmans. Niggas said, yo. You know, I planted the hip hop seed. Bam, right in Beirut. Right? Because I tore Beirut up. Graffiti. We used to go on patrols. My platoon, there he goes. You know what I'm saying? I used to put the magnet under the fucking spray can so you can't hear the ball, because we was in combat. You know what I'm saying? So I was flat black in the whole fucking West Beirut. I had that shit laced up. So I planted the seed there, B, in Beirut. They needed that. Because they were being run by religion, not culture. So I bought culture. I had a little crew. I bullshit you now. I had a little T.N.S. chapter. And the niggas used to write T.N.S. in Arabic with their little tags like that. Yo, crazy. I used to tell them, they knew the words. I couldn't believe it. I cried when I left there, B. When I left them little niggas, they was all over me. My father used to send me care packages with like grape bubble yum and shit like that, and Hustler magazines. See, 10 Hustler magazines will get you a kilo of hash in Beirut. $50 to get you a 45. $100 get you a Uzi. You know what I'm saying? So I was, and the gum and the candy was for the kids. Them niggas, these little niggas never. I remember this nigga put a grape bubble yum in his mouth. And it was like he saw Christ. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was sharing our freedoms with them and shit. But when I left there, the culture was cemented. I left it there. I don't know how it went from there, but them niggas was gonna, they used to try and break dance, all that shit. All that shit. They just, boom, boom. And I wish I could. One day I'm gonna go there again. I want to visit there. I'm gonna visit. I'm gonna walk the same paths that I walked and everything. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask around. I'm gonna see, maybe I might run into one of them little niggas. He might be running the fucking hip hop game in Beirut. But then when we came back, me and AC hooked back up, right? Boom. I made it home alive. I got home. I made it home. Boom. When the helicopter landed, the niggas saw me coming out. Yo, tippy toe. They used to call me tippy toe because I always used to walk on my tippy toes. You know what I'm saying? They used to be, yo, tippy toe. Yo, shit, this nigga. So, but they thought that I was bringing all this hash with me. But I couldn't because somebody put a bug in my ear and said, yo, they're going to have dogs waiting for you guys. So I threw 4 keys of hash in the Mediterranean Sea. And shit, right? Boom. So you know, because my dream was, oh, I'm gonna go to New York and I'm gonna be a kingpin. You know what I'm saying, with that shit. You know? So anyway, we get back, me and AC, right? We link back up. Now we tight. You know, that nigga was, the look on his face when he saw me, you know when a nigga got a genuine look, you know, that like, damn, man, I'm happy to see you, you know? And you know what I'm saying, our crews are enemies, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I couldn't make this shit up, bro. Motherfucking, we go to Egypt, Israel, our ship stopped on all the ports. Me and AC smacking everything up. Boom, 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 all the way to Spain. All the way to Spain. We hit all those countries all the way to Spain. Smacking shit up, not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Whorehouses, all that shit. Going crazy. Except AC had a girl, and he was, you know, she was waiting for him, you know what I'm saying? And so you know, he party up to a point. And then he just like, you know what I'm saying, boom. And then I would just roll with the crazy niggas and go, like in Turkey, they got a prison. They got a whorehouse prison. You know, it's a woman's prison, but it's a whorehouse, bro, in Turkey. Straight up. If anybody been to Antalya, Turkey, to the woman's prison, they motherfucking know it costs $8 motherfucking bucks to fucking go into a prison and bang every fucking thing that you want for $8, bro. So anyway, I went there, and that military police came to get me out of there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I just came from Beirut. Shit, I ain't seen ass in fucking since the fucking black prostitute. You know? So we get back. So AC, when we got to Spain, Spain was the last stop before coming back to the United States. So AC couldn't go ashore because the Navy had to clean the ship, paint the ship, and all that shit. So AC, I'm walking off the ship and I seen AC hanging off the side of the ship. It's some shit like a swing saddle. This nigga's hanging up, painting the ship. So I'm like, oh, I was like, yo, AC. He was like, yo, so bring me a t-shirt for my girl. I was like, I got you. And everything. So we went out, we acted up. Did all that shit, got kicked out of fucking Spain. You know, everywhere we went, we get out of here. You know, so when I get back to the ship, so the next day we're leaving. We're going to the United States. Now we're coming home. Now it was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm fucking wide open. Yo, why AC tells me, yo, so the ship's underway, USA, they blow this whistle. All this shit, underway, USA. And that means next stop is home. So we're like, fuck. And it takes like 3 weeks from Spain to get home by ship. You know, but fuck it. 3 weeks is 3 weeks. It's better than 3 months. And shit, or it's 8 months. So AC tells me, so come upstairs on the flight deck. Come on. So I go up on the flight deck. Why this nigga, when the ship is pulling away from Rota, Spain, and shit's pulling away from the port of Rota, and shit's pulling away, AC said, look, so when I look, this nigga did a SOE AC tag with the paint roller, yo, like 30 feet high. Like this. Like fucking, like, yo, we was a mile away, you could still see it. So AC, yo, fucked my head up, B. I was like, oh shit. He was like, yo, so, you know, so me and AC, man, you know, we were in touch once or twice and shit like that, but our story together is so remarkable and everything that it's just like, yo, it's, you know, that's all we could talk about when we see each other. So
yo, that's legendary right there,
yeah,
son. That is a retarded. You can make a movie out of that shit,
yo,
nigga.
AC, son. AC. Out of all niggas, the hardest nigga to meet was AC, bro. So then after that, I came back to New York, right? I still I still wasn't on my graffiti shit. I was on some fucking get money shit, you know, work and shit, get a job and everything. And I was a printer by trade. So I had that skill because I went to the New York School of Printing. So I was a printer by trade. I was nice with the presses and all that shit. So I got this job at this place, right? Boom. I'm banging out, you know, and I'm like, and I put that shit away for years. Yo, SO, and I tell you, I didn't take a tag for years, B. I took maybe once a month, maybe one over here somewhere. You know, it just wasn't in me, man. The L, man. You know? So then eventually, you know, I met this good girl, shit, you know what I'm saying, when I came from the Marines, you know, and you know what I'm saying, we had a child together, you know what I'm saying? You know, I met the love of my life and we had a, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, right? So then, oh shit, look at this shit. Yo, you wanna laugh? Somebody just logged on, my son's mother. Right when she just typed shut up. She could do that. She could do that. Yo, but anyway, yo, so then one time in 1994, right? My boy Chris Hesk one tells me, yo, so, you know, he was a hitter, you know what I'm saying? Not a hitter like a killer, like a, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was gonna go buy 1,000 grams or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So he told me, yo, so, you know what I'm saying? Yo, big shout out June 457, my nigga. Yo, that's my nigga June. Jazz the God. Yo, so check this out, bro. Fucking damn man, June fucked me up.
You're talking about your man that buys all the grams?
Oh, yeah. So he tells me, he pulls up on me with a car, right? Boom, boom. And then I get in the car, and he said, yo, I get in the back seat and shit, you know. You know, I got that Joe Pesci shit, you know, and I'm sitting in the back seat, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know the driver, you know what I'm saying? So we go to the spot, you know what I'm saying? This is when we, you know what I'm saying? We started having communication. I think we had cell phones. I wasn't sure, but anyway, he goes in the building, and I'm in the car, and I'm watching out for him and everything, because he knew I was a Marine. I'm an Eagle Eye. So yo, this thing comes out. So I'm sick. So he goes in the building. He's taking a long time. So I'm like, I start talking to his man, the driver. I start talking to him like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you know Chris from? No, Chris from, you know what I'm saying? I'm quitting out, you know, because this young dude, who the fuck is this? I'm in a car. I'm uptown. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. And yo, I get out the car. I take a tag. I come back in the car. That nigga say, yo, you right, so? And I say, yeah. I said, well, you write? He said, yeah, I write VFR. And that shit was it right there.
What?
Bing bong. Double trouble. The nigga bombed in style. He bombed. That nigga, the first day we went bombing, we were inseparable, bro. I think we bombed for like 3 years, bro. 3 solid fucking years, B. We laid it down, me and Veef, man. Veef brought me back. Veef brought me back, bro. And then, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to my fucking nigga. Matter of fact, yo, check it out.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
yes, sir.
Yo, that nigga, yo, this nigga started taking me to racks in Long Island, Pergamon. Yo, this nigga was the first nigga to show me how to go to Home Depot with the shopping carts and fill them up with paint and just walk right out the door. he had the red Acura Legend. And yo, we should fill the trunk of that shit up. And everything, yo, with 50 cans, yo, going with this nigga, no less than 50 cans. Yo, I was like, yo, B, this is the nigga, okay. Now I met somebody that I could click with because my crew had broken up, you know, because of EL's death. T.N.S, we didn't have phone numbers, we didn't know nothing. You know? So me and Veef went hard body, B. And then
this is what year? This is 94?
Yeah, 94, 95, 96, like that. I remember just walking. I used to live on 105th Street. I remember walking the whole Harlem from east to west, 125th, all that with that nigga in one night.
And who was killing shit at the time? Who did you see out there?
Besta. Those areas, they were dominated a lot by Easy and Jaws and all of that, but they had taken a break. They were not in the, you know what I'm saying, but you could catch one here and there. You know what I'm saying? So they were still, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, and big shout out to them niggas, you know what I'm saying, those my boys, they're from the Lower East Side. You know what I'm saying? We got history.
God.
Yeah. Them niggas, Jaws, Easy, and Josh. Oh man, I remember Josh. Oh man. But anyway, you know, Besta, remember this dude that used to write O-N-Y? Oni?
Oh, hell
that
yeah,
shit?
son. Dude, that nigga, son. I've been trying to find him.
Yeah, yo, that nigga shit, that nigga just, you know, that nigga shit used to be all, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
JP and Oni.
yes. So then after a while, you know, I had to grow up, bro. I had to grow up. I had to put it down, B. I had to, you know, it was now, you know what I'm saying? You know, responsibilities and everything, you know, and it wasn't even cute anymore at court when you got arrested and the judge was like, yo, you 51 years old. Fuck you doing writing on walls? You 55 years old. Fuck you doing writing graffiti? You know what I'm saying? You a fucking Marine. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Not understanding the compulsion. You know, like you got hit with, when graffiti hit you, it hit you. You look, you got your own shit. You continue it on all platforms. You know, we didn't have this. Shit, if we had this back in the days, the city wouldn't stand a chance. You know, back in the days, it was when we used to meet men used to say, yo, meet me at 10 o'clock in the morning in the back of the Uptown A train on West 4th Street. And you had to be there at 10. You know, it wasn't no fucking, no, yo, my nigga, where you at? Yo, I'm up. Nah, bro. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was just grimy. You know what I'm saying? Crack was everywhere, so the city was grimy. So I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I just loved the griminess and all the brick walls exposed and all the bombing and permanent tags, because, you know, I learned from, you know, like CY and Dell and those dudes early. I learned early. They taught me early. Stop writing on those fucking windows and shit like that. Take permanent tags. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I remember trying to get V yo, you got to, you know, the permanent joints at the bottom of the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. You don't got to be the headliner all the time. You know, you don't got to be the headliner. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, before the Marines, the wildest bomb I dropped was with OE. OE3. I met OE and he bugged out. He was like, yo, I've been trying to see, I've been trying to find you. And I'm like, fuck out of here, Bill. Dude, you're like fucking God. You know, get the fuck out of here. Yo, so I met that nigga, yo, we racked up. We bombed the whole Lower East Side. Then we crossed the fucking Williamsburg Bridge, bumped the bridge, hit Williamsburg, and walked all the way to Bushwick and laid it down in Bushwick. And that was it. He took me to his project in Bushwick, and that was it. Then he walked me, you know what I'm saying? We hung out, I think it was 5 in the morning. We was outside, and we was already exhausted. You know, and OE didn't get high or nothing. You know what I'm saying? OE didn't get high or nothing. That nigga was just like, you know what I'm saying? But when I woke up the next day and I started walking through the Lower East Side, all I saw was fucking so OE, so OE, so OE, so OE, so OE. Yo, everybody was hitting me the fuck up. Yo, so I was like, yo. You know, and I remember I had that nigga's number. Yo, bro, about 5 years ago, I went with my man PF. I went to Fort Lauderdale because I lost my parents. You know, about 10 years ago, I lost my parents. So about 7 years ago, my cousin invited me to go to Fort Lauderdale to air out for a few days. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of weeks and shit. So you know me, I had to find some weed. I had to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. So I hit this nigga. I hit this nigga. PF. Yo, PF connected me. He was like, yo, so OE want to see you. And I'm like, what? He was like, where's OE? He was like, yo, he's in Tampa. Yo, we got in the car. When I seen that nigga, we was like this. We was like, so. Yo, I was like, yo, OE. And so, his wife plays him close. You know what I'm saying? She plays him close like she's his manager, bro. You know, so but we got to do some, some shit. And then another fucking crazy bomb. Well, I'm gonna tell you what this nigga June, isn't that nigga June 457? And his boy Sean Zaran, them niggas took me to motherfucking Vegas, right? These niggas had a remarkable clothing line, right? So, I used to work with June at East River Houses, 105th and 1st, K. Slade's buildings, and fucking, this nigga June, you know what I'm saying? I connected, I made some phone calls. I was like, yo, bro, you got a brand, bro. I think I got some people that could help with this. So I called up Dante, TC5, Wayne, COD, all these baller niggas with the graphics, because these niggas was nice with the graphics and shit, with the computers and everything. Yo, put all that shit together. We ended up in Vegas, son. We go to Vegas, right? We get to Vegas to the Magic trade convention show, right? Yo, June. Yo, am I bullshitting or what, yo? Yo, this nigga Wayne. I'm with Wayne, Louis 167 from the Bronx. Me and Wayne's girl was driving, right? We going bombing that night. Wayne got a bag full of fucking paint, of silvers and greens and all types of shit. So Wayne is sitting in the passenger seat. I'm sitting in the back with Louis 167. And big dog Louis 167, boy. That nigga don't fuck around, boy. So I'm with Louis 167 from the Bronx. He's the king of the big tags and shit in the Bronx. Him and Chatio. Yo, so we go, bam, we go in Vegas. I'm bored to death. I'm like, yo, Wayne is trying to be very careful. Wayne is like, okay, we have to, because Wayne's like a professor. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, B, he's like a professor, B. So I'm sitting in the back. We got walkie-talkies and everything, bro. Louis got a walkie-talkie. I got a walkie-talkie. Wayne got a walkie-talkie. His girl got it. We got walkie-talkies, bro. My man June got all the walkie-talkies from housing and took them with him for us in Vegas, right? So we lurking, right? We lurking and we driving. And here I am, Louis 167. We got drunk and shit, boom, boom, boom. So I'm already. I got the 2 cans in my hand. I got the fat cap on one hand and the fucking stock cap on one. Yo, these niggas, Wayne, would not fucking choose a spot to bomb. I'm like, yo, right here, look. This is beautiful, right here. Yo, stop, Wayne. No, B, we can't hear. No catches hit. Yo, listen. I got so fucking aggravated, bro. In the back of that shit, I caught a fucking fit. I fucking pulled the emergency brake on Wayne's girl's car. Jumped out the car, threw the walkie-talkie in the fucking, took it out of my back pocket, threw it in the car, went in the front seat. Wayne had the bag of paint between his legs. I took the whole bag of paint from Wayne and I just disappeared. Bro. Fuck y'all. Y'all motherfuckers ain't no real bomb. I'm popping shit. I'm drunk, so I'm popping shit. Wayne is a god. My man Wayne. And Louis 167, you know what I'm saying? But Louis is laughing. Louis in the back cracking the fuck up. Like, oh shit, this nigga so. I took this nigga shit and I boom. Yo, bro, this was about 11 o'clock at night. Yo, at 5:30, 6 in the morning. Yo, I bombed Las Vegas. Yo, SR, when I tell you, we're talking 8 to 10 cans. When I tell you I bombed the Strip, the backside, the convention center, the whole shit. When I fucking at 6 in the fucking morning, yo, I did $100,000 in damage in Vegas, 200,000 easy in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? When I came, yo, at about 5, 6 in the morning, because the sun was coming up. I could see that shit, and you know those Vegas horizons and shit. You see the sun coming up, and I seen that shit coming up, and you know us, that's when we turn into pumpkins. Gotta go. The birds start chirping, everything gotta go. So I'm so far away from my hotel room. We were staying in the Harrah's. I was so far away, bro. I walked so much. So far away, I was almost in the desert. Yo, I fucking went into this little bullshit redneck casino. Some little shit. And I went in, I made a phone call to the hotel. And I called the room. And I said, yo, June picks up the phone. And you know, June is real structured. You know, you know what I'm saying? He's like, which is the type of friends you need in your life. You know, he was good. You know, he was good for me. He kept me on point. You know what I'm saying? You know, we compliment each other in our own little way. So, yo, I call this nigga up. Yo, June. So these niggas got the grumpy AM voice. Like, yo, Rich. Like, yo, I say, yo, I just fucking, yo, I ain't got no money. I was all covered in paint. I was all fucked up. I was like, yo, you gotta get me out of here, June. You know, I'm thinking June, you know, come pick me up, because June's always been the helicopter driver. So June says, yo, jump in the cab. Shit. So him and Sean, I guess they met me in front of the building. They paid for the cab. And I went upstairs. Some niggas looked at me like, yo, they didn't even understand, right? So I go upstairs, take a shower, because we got to go to the convention center to do work for the clothing. And Louis 167 had a clothing line, RP 55. That was Louis 167, his clothing line. Remember that shit, RP 55? That was Louis 167. Tats crew was there. Everybody was there. You know, yo, we jump in the car in the morning, going to the convention center. Yo, my shit was everywhere. Every pole, every fucking wall. I did throw-ups on the convention center, which is a no-no. Right, when you walk in, welcome, that shit had a big soul throw-up. Fucking, yo, crazy, I wanted to hide. I got real paranoid. You know, you know how you remember when you used to drop a bomb? You say, oh shit, I shouldn't have bombed this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, boom. So, yo, I remember going to the task. I ran into task crew. Them niggas telling me, yo, so you fucking. They was with Fat Joe. Fat Joe was going, yo, my man, you went in last night, yo. You went in last night, and everything. I was like, yo, you know, I don't know, you know, and then came back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, man. You know, I was like, yo, Louis, what I did, Louis was like, yo, so you went, so. Now, my shit was everywhere, bro. I fucking came Vegas in one night. You know what I'm saying, bro? That, bro, yo, that nigga June, good looking on that medevac, yo. On that extraction. that nigga June B. You know, that shit was fucking crazy, son. That was like in 97. That was like 97. Then in
so you being from both the 70s, 80s, coming through the 90s, all of that shit, all of those eras. Yeah. Which era you think had the best competition of writers?
From 79 to like 88. 79 to 88. Right, 79 to 86 even. You know, right there, that shit was you get beat up, robbed. I got robbed in the air yard by the Decepticons. The niggas beat the shit out of me, told me to walk out of my leather bomber. Yo, the nigga pulled a shotgun, told me walk out your jacket. And I'm standing there stupid, like, how do you walk out of your jacket? You know what I'm thinking? Like, you know,
take it off.
How do you, bang, nigga cracked my head with the shotgun, took my shit, threw ink on us, fucked us all up. You know who snatched me up? nigga, plus. Plus. TBC, plus. Nigga took me to his crib, let me wash up, gave me a jacket, everything. Plus. Never forget, JS and Plus, they was like Starsky and Hutch. It was a white boy. JS was a white boy. But that nigga ran through East New York like it was okay. You know what I'm saying? And that shit happened at Pitkin Yard. It was a ramp. It's a ramp, right? And then we got to the top of the ramp. And when we got to the top of the ramp, on one end of the ramp at the bottom and the other end, we seen 25 niggas coming one way and 25 another way. So it was only one way. It was over the wall. And then when I looked to go over the wall, there used to be a plank. You used to put a plank on the wall in Pitkin Yard. You put this plank and you should be able to walk down that shit and walk up that shit if you got chased. The plank wasn't there. So I couldn't jump. It was too long to jump for me. I was little. That shit was too... Yo, them niggas... Yo, when I tell you, when them niggas transformed on me, when they went D-Sep, that's all you heard with D-Seps.
Oh, shit.
Man, I don't know how the fuck I got home alive, but yo, I'm going to tell you what. Plus plucked me out of the middle of that shit. Plus. That's why I told my man Plus. If I ever see that nigga Plus, yo, Plus, B. He's a real nigga, B. Through all that shit, he pulled me out of that shit. Brought me to his crib, man. And the thing. And I never forget it, man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my affiliations and throughout the years and the love that I've got, a lot of it came from Brooklyn. Brooklyn gave me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna front. Them niggas let me go places where I couldn't go. You know, I remember just, yo, you can't come on. Yo, I couldn't. 7DS, you know, because we was trying to take the F trains from 7DS back in the days. Remember? But they had Fort Hamilton and Lock. So we had to figure out how the fuck can we bypass Fort Hamilton. So we Union Turnpike, you know, to the big yard in Queens. Shit. First fucking day I go to Union Turnpike, we get in that shit, the hole in the fence, boom, boom, we get in that shit, bro. Yo, my nigga. They lit that shit up like Yankee Stadium. Pap! Spotlights. Poof! Like that. We was in it. We didn't even get to do a throw-up. We was out. Rich was with us. Everybody. We was all running through the hole. We was running. There was cops on the highway. Everything. Yo, shit was the most insane shit in the raid in the world, bro. You know? But yo, BK, yo, Bronx is tough. Bronx, you had to fight for your respect or some shit, you know. But a lot of times too, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, there was a couple of writers that, you know what I'm saying, back then, you know, they had chips on their shoulders. You know, they brought a whole different dynamic and energy. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, dude, you know, like yo, you know, we're writing on walls. You know, the fuck you want to kill me for? You know what I'm saying? We're writing on fucking walls. You know, cause you know, but it's okay, cause I never kinged it, but I fucking slid up in the Bronx fucking many nights. Park the car and just walk for miles, and just come back, drive another 5 miles, and just waste paint in the Bronx and come back. Next day, a couple of weeks later, I drive by and some dickhead nigga from the Bronx want to go over me. Some shit is hilarious to me, trying to get up in the. But I tell you what though, when we caught a whiff of the D yard in Bedford Park Boulevard, you couldn't keep us out of the Bronx. You could not keep us out of the Bronx. Bedford Park Boulevard was the best yard in the fucking world, yo.
At that time, who was the man from the Bronx? Who was the top niggas?
It was Scheme, Dez, Cap. Yeah, Dez, man. Love him, B. That dude, B, the friendship. I got to meet him at the filming of Star Wars. At the bench when they were filming Star Wars. And yo, for some reason we clicked. You know, since that day. And And then one day, like I didn't see the nigga for like, you know, after all the Marine shit and all that shit, I didn't see that nigga for mad years, B. You know what? This is like when he was becoming DJ K Slay, bro. He used to come on paydays to the housing lunchroom. He would come on paydays because on paydays you would cash your check, and then you would at 1 o'clock you had to go back to the lunchroom and have a meeting with your boss. But K Slay used to come down there with his man DJ Dollar Bill, with the shopping cart, with the socks, with the white tees, with all the shit, right? But Daz had the cassettes. He was like, so these niggas come in with the thing selling shit, and I look at this nigga. He looks a little bigger. He looks a little fatter. But goddamn, the way that nigga was talking, I said, that's K Slay. So I looked at that nigga. Well, I didn't know him as K Slay. I knew him as Dez. So I called him Dez. I was like, yo, Dez. The nigga looked at me. And nigga was like, yo, so? What the fuck you doing? I was like, yo, I work here. So I bought that nigga all his tapes. I remember. Because, you know, I like to support people like that. You know, I bought more tapes from him when he was struggling, you know, than when he was on. I didn't even fucking need that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got tapes. Oh, my God. Yo, that nigga right there, B. Yo, we took a hit, bro. The game took a hit. You know, because that nigga's going to be missed for a long time. Because Funkmaster Flex want to show his ass and all that shit, but that's on there. That's between them. We talking about graffiti. You know? We talking about graffiti, but I met him there and shit in the Star Wars thing. And then Case, I met Case. I remember taking a walk with Case. Case taking me for a walk, right? Because Case knew this kid from the Bronx named Victorious. This Puerto Rican kid was a 5%er. Victorious was handing me the degrees, the lessons. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was getting into the culture heavy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Boom. And a lot of times, you know, it was good to know to know today's math and break it down to get into a lot of ciphers, to get into a lot of moves. You know what I'm saying? You had to break the day's mathematics. So Case took me for a walk and shit. Boom. He was like, yo, he told me, peace, Lord. I said, peace, God. Because he had his flag. I didn't have a flag. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't cap the lessons yet. You know what I'm saying? You got to get checked by your teacher and go through a lot of shit to wear the flag. So when I hit that nigga, peace, God, was today's mathematics. How you see it? Boom, I broke that shit down. Today's mathematics knowledge, born all that inside. Yo, B, I broke it all down in him. He became my teacher, my enlightener. You know, he became my enlightener. About 2 years before he passed, bro. He used to call me every day, it's God hour, they call it, 7 o'clock. Boom, make sure I was on today's degrees, today's, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, yo, it was a crazy commitment. It was a crazy commitment, but, you know, I've been able, you know, it had a lot to do with me readjusting to society and leaving the PTSD from Beirut and all that shit behind, and EL3, and, you know, and I was able to move forward with that. And for that, you know, peace to the gods and earths, you know, for real, because, you know what I'm saying, you know, I wouldn't even be able to be this focused in front of you if it wasn't for that, you know, if it wasn't for the nation, you know, 5% nation. So peace to the gods and earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is just like, yo, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got it.
Yeah.
You got anything to ask me?
The story that goes even after the passing of EL, like the continuation of the story, that's another movie right there. That's another movie right there. But the fans always want to know. They want to know this from you too. They want to know if you have a top 10 favorite. If you could give us some of your like top 10 favorite writers, top 10 favorite throw ups.
Oh yeah. That shit is my top 10. And I'm going to talk to you. When I say my top 10, I'm talking about that inspired me.
Yes.
That, you know what I'm saying? Not just because there was a pretty tag on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because we all got we all got hands with the markers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's not the point, but the ones that touch me early in the game, probably like first I have to be P.O. and Pistol. So that's two, P.O. and Pistol. You know, P.O. and Pistol, because, you know, they just had styles that, you know, that's when I realized, wait a minute, I can't write my name the way I write my name in a notebook. This is a whole different thing, right? So it was P.O., Stay High. I got one about Stay High, bro, that we'll be here, forget about it. I got yo, as a matter of fact, save that top 10 shit for, let me tell you something about this nigga Duro, yo. What this nigga did to Stay High, yo. Duro, CIA, the pedophile motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Anybody in his crew don't like it, come get it. Cause that ain't fuck Duro. That nigga did, yo. But you know, he killed his career. You know what I'm saying? But yo, but aside from that, it's none of my business. That's his fucking. He got to face God with that shit. You know, yo, there was a show on the Lower East Side. It was Duro, James Top, but my boy LA was hanging some art at the show. You know, so T.N.S went there on straight for LA, right? Because there was some goofy niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know, these dudes acting goofy. I don't know, you know. So we go into the shit, right? Turntables up there and everything. Nobody's playing music. I get on the turntables. I get up there, I get on the turntables. Right? So finally, I said, damn, I wanna go smoke a joint. So I and take a break because it was a heat box in there. So I go outside. When I go outside, mind you, I never met Stay High, my childhood hero. I never met him. I go outside to smoke a cigarette. I see this old black dude with a lot of canvases on the sidewalk. Stay High 149 tags. And I said, yo, did you do that? And he said, yeah. I said, yo, you Stay High 149? So I'm fucking starstruck. I'm like, fuck. Like, once you meet Stay High, you don't need to meet. You can't get no higher than Stay High. You understand? As far as meeting somebody. Yo, I'm outside. I'm over here like I run inside to get a black book because I'm like, please. Yo, I went toy mode. I was like a toy, B. Like I remember like a little kid, like, yo, could you please write my. And that nigga was like, yeah. So, yeah. Boom, he's calling me so. I'm like, oh shit. This nigga, boom, he does my shit. This nigga, while he's doing my book, Duro comes out. Duro, because he was in the show. He was hanging art. Duro comes out there. Duro comes out to tell Stay High, yo, you can't be doing this shit, and this is my show. You can't be selling this shit out here and all this. Yo, he's telling Stay High this shit, yo. Duro. And I'm looking at this nigga. I'm smoking a cigarette, bro, and I'm looking at this nigga. You know, and I was never, believe it or not, those niggas were nice. And Dondi, I remember telling Dondi putting me down with CIA, and I told him, nah. I was like, I can't put CIA. Yo, everybody bugged out. He was like, what? I was like, nah, you got that dude SOE X-Men. He writes CIA. So I'm not, you know, SOE T.N.S. RTW. You know? So Duro beat, yo, the whole crew was there. T.N.S. rep. Surrounded that nigga. I had that nigga surrounded. I was, yo, we're gonna put it on Duro so bad. I told Stay High, you take your shit. Matter of fact, you take your shit and hang it the fuck up inside the gallery, nigga. The fuck out of here, this nigga Duro. Yo, from that day on, I lost all respect for that nigga Duro, B. You know what I'm saying? He had, because he was one of them dudes with the chip on his shoulder. You know? So fuck that nigga, B. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Let that nigga come out of retirement. I got it for him. You know what I'm saying? Well, but top 10s, bro, stay high. Corrado 135.
Who?
Corrado 135. Corrado, Karado. Corrado 135, bro. That dude with the uni, he was back in the days with Agent. Remember with Agent and LK and them niggas on the numbers. These dudes used to inspire me. And a lot of the TMT writers, Teen and Cade, these P5 TMT was my fucking, used to sit next to me in school. In high school. Yo, the nigga took me to the one tunnel one Saturday, and I never went to the one tunnel because I was RTW. And that shit was Ball Busters and TMT all day up there. You know what I'm saying? So P5 was like, come on, so I'm taking you to the one tunnel. So I went a Saturday afternoon with that nigga to the one tunnel. This nigga had British walkers on and everything. He was like, nah, I ain't writing, you write. He was just letting me write. He just took me to write. So a lot of the TMT, that's why a lot of my tagging and my, you know, the way I manipulate a chisel tip, like a uni and shit like that, a lot of that inspiration comes from them dudes, the TMT niggas. I don't know, Secret Agent, Federal. Remember Fed 1? He used to write Fedacci, all that shit. You know, those dudes, I used to study their hairstyle and like Mitch 77. That's another one. Band 2. That's another one. You know, those dudes to me was the, you know, they weren't my early inspirations, but they were my lifelong. They're the ones that made me, oh shit, oh wait a minute. I need to do, you know, my teachers, they took me to school, you know, and without even meeting them, just watching their shit, you know, because I was always I'll tell you the truth, but you could do a bad piece in front of me, a dope piece. But if you got a whack tag beat, you ain't saying shit. I swear to God. Your hand style gotta be, you know what I mean, bro? I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
I just love. I'm a vandal, bro. I'm not, you know, I'm not an artist no more, but I'm a vandal. I'm fucking your shit up. Don't park your white truck across the street from me, you know, because it's gonna get tapped. You know.
What about throw-ups? Who got the, because when you started talking about in the beginning how you was connected to EL3, rest in peace, it blew my mind up because he has a sick throw-up, bro.
If you notice, a piece of my S on my throw-up is kind of like an EL throw-up because EL gave me that S. You know, EL gave me the S because I used to do just a regular S like that, like, you know, when EL just threw some funk on it. You know, I remember EL doing in 10 seconds flat a fill-in outline. Like that. That nigga was nice with it, B. It's just RH, all these dudes, PO. PO used to do the floaters, PEO, but I mean POTMB. You know, for the early PO, you know what I'm saying? They were the master blasters. They used to fuck with Iz and all of that shit. You know, a lot of people don't know that shit. The TMB came out of the Lower East Side, dude. You know, you know, Iz just carried it. You know, just like when I went like in '94 when I met Vifa, I was like, wait a minute. No, I ain't seeing T.N.S. I'm not hearing T.N.S. There was nothing T.N.S. I was like, what? I started waking niggas up. Yo, wake up, nigga, shake and bake. T.N.S. we back, you know, we back, and you know, a lot of the guys in the crew to this day, from day one, I never got along with. There's dudes in T.N.S. that I never got along with. You know, them niggas just they wouldn't give me the respect. They wouldn't give it to me. You know, they wouldn't give it to me. You know, they showed me respect. But behind my back and all of that shit, I was getting all the messages and shit like that. And so, and you know, and I couldn't pull the plug on one of them niggas because, you know, you had to see L before you pull the plug on somebody in the crew. You know, that was L's business. You know, L, you know what I'm saying? You know, L used to be, L used to step to them niggas and, you know, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that was the revival. It came with Vifa. I put Vifa down. I said, yo, Vif, T.N.S. And Vif came out with me. It was VFR, T.N.S, VFR, T.N.S. Bam. And then one day, this nigga picks me up with this white boy, right? He picks me, he's like, yo, so come downstairs, man. We want to go hit some sanitation trucks. I got my man with me and shit, right? So I'm like, yo, who's your man? You know, because you know when you got older, you know, and the Vandal squad in my zip code, them niggas was on me like fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know, boom, they was on me, man. They was like, yo, this guy is the source of light. Somehow he's the one making it happen, you know what I'm saying? So I used to have to, you know, be real careful. So FIFA kept bugging me about sanitation trucks. Oh, but the sanitation trucks wasn't under the Williamsburg Bridge no more. Them shits was on 57th Street and 12th Avenue, right? So I used to pull up to the yard and shit. I used to go in with the green dickies and everything, wave at the guard, and I used with a bag of paint and make believe it was my lunch and wave at the security guard. Is some Nigerian dude. He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He's just waving him and shit, right? So waving some bull. So I had done that a few times. And it was outside. It was by the river. It was nice and shit. So Vifa picks me up. I come downstairs and I tell him, I say, yo, Vif, man, you wanna? There's this white boy sitting with him in the driver's seat. And I'm like, yo, you know, I'm talking to Vif. I'm like, yo, Vif, man, you want to hit these trucks today? You want to go another day? He's like, no, my man. I was like, yo, I ain't got no supplies or nothing. And he was like, yo, we got a trunk full of paint and all of that shit. We got all number flat blacks for the sanitation. I was like, oh, bet. So boom. So I get in I open the passenger side door, and the white boy that was sitting in the front, he let the seat front go forward, and I told him, I said, yo, what's up, bro? So, you know what I'm saying? What you write? And that nigga say JAXTC.
Respect God.
I was like, what the fuck? So boom. So I was, you know what I'm saying? For a dude that came after me, I was kind of impressed. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, J.A. So anyway, boom. So we get there. When we get there, I'm telling these niggas, I'm like, yo, listen, you know, and both of them are like, nah, we ain't getting in there. Come on. So I was like, yo, listen, if you don't follow my lead, it's not gonna listen, boom. We all went in, we walked. I seen the security guard sitting, you can see the light on him. Like that, he's in this little shack and everything. We go in with the bags, like it's our lunch, white bags, like that with four Rustos. These niggas had the 40-ounce Rustos, like that with fat caps.
Yeah,
we got four apiece, right? There's like 25 trucks in that shit. Yo, we get to the thing, and them niggas is going, damn, man. Yo, so I don't know. Vifa's going, so I don't know. Yo, I'm waving at that nigga, that nigga's waving back. I'm like, yo, wave at the nigga, yo. And they waving, and we go right into the truck. Yo, we going way to the back to the river. And yo, that nigga J.A. just popped his cans and just went the fuck to town. Yo, bro, that dude was climbing trucks. He was doing throw-ups. That nigga was going crazy. Yo, that nigga, yo, Vifa was on one side. We split up. We was just going zigzagging that shit. Yo, we tore that shit the fuck out. And we walked out. Like that, we threw all the paint in the river, all the empties in the river and shit. And we walked out, waved at the dude. The dude waved back. We got in the car. The nigga J.A. was sitting there like, no, we fucking didn't, bro. We didn't just do that, bro. And I was like, yo, bro, just like that. And shit. And that's my J.A. story. Shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hook up a lot and everything, but I reached a point in my life where I had too much to lose, man. And age and wisdom taught me, like, yo, it's time to settle, I couldn't go hard because if not, I would have been with V and J like that. The rebirth, the rebirth. When I was with them, I was just toying around. I was just toying around with them niggas and I was putting it down. But they were my boys, man, and they showed me a lot of respect. So just like the dudes that came before me showed me, I had to show them like, yo, it ain't, in the lessons it teaches, one of the missions when you study the lessons is, one of your missions is to civilize the uncivilized. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did with that shit, man. But now, man, now, life, life is taking a whole different turn for me, I'm fucking, on chemotherapy, I'm doing all that shit, so that's why, man, thank you, man. I needed to let this shit off my chest. Saying that,
Yo,
not
just
even
all
on
the
no bragging
history.
bullshit or nothing, B. I just straight up, bro, shit was just therapeutic, tonight.
Nah, that you just dropped a super crazy treat for the graph world, my nigga. This is crazy,
Yo,
my
Big
nigga.
Mike,
I didn't
Polo
know
Grounds.
the extent from the Andy Warhol to the fucking
Man.
Keith Haring,
Yo,
to all that whole. Oh my god,
yo, and
yo,
those are just,
even from
those are
the
just,
beginning.
those are just, those are just, those are just, those are just, brief little, because if we, if one day we meet up and we sit down and we chop it up and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll fill in the blanks, bro.
Do you got any old school flicks of trains?
Oh man, not really, man. Not really. No, we never thought of that. If you notice, anything T.N.S is rare. We were just like, we were like a fucking locomotive, bro, out of control. Like fuck pictures. We were just kept leaving smoke. We was just boom, 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 boom. We was like that. Just fuck it. Just tearing shit up.
Yeah. So the LES flag and just the flag that you stamp on the culture of graffiti is mad monumental, bro. And the stories were just so retarded, bro. I just salute you, bro. The shit's just crazy.
Yo, man, I got it. Like I said, man, I gotta give love. I gotta give love to, what I'm saying, like my day one niggas, like Meek and Voltism, my man Tech 2, fucking Lust, the early, the dudes that took me under the wing when I needed. Just when like I told you, when I got with T.N.S, I found my tribe, and I stuck with it forever. Just like that. Just because the last words that EL told me before I went to boot camp was, "So take T.N.S to the top." And I thought I was gonna see him when I came back, and I didn't. So those were my last orders, and that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. A lot of people don't like it. There's people that in your face, they're like, hey, so what I'm saying? That's cool because that's respect. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, when they go behind your back and shit, that's kiddie shit, yo. I'd rather hang out with the toys, yo. I go to a gallery and I surround I sit down with a bunch of toys and just sign their books and just hang out with them niggas, man. Until these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Until a lot of people just get these chips off their shoulder. Because that's why we ain't getting no money. That's why we ain't getting no money. It's just, they got these gatekeepers like, you know what I'm saying, that are that have the platform and the status and everything, but you maybe you might have took his marker back in the day, so you get written out of history. You understand? Your story ain't gonna be told. Now we're talking about people like that fucking got mad fucking. I ain't gonna name dropping them because I like to address them in it when I see them in galleries and shit. I like to in their face, like, yo, what's up? Because that's where you really check a nigga's fucking temperature, when you stick the thermometer in his ass. You make him feel it. But it's all good. It's all good because you can't stop nobody from rising. You can't. You could prolong it. You could do everything you can. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. You're never gonna stop, especially a T.N.S, a non-stopper. Because we're the non-stoppers. That's the original name of the crew, the non-stoppers. You know, yo, I don't know who this dude is over here saying that they not superior. I don't know what he's talking about, but you know what I'm saying? It's all love. I don't know about, you know, what you get caught in the room with us and you find out who's superior though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm trying to see the little shit talkers. And you know what I'm saying? That's cute. That's cute. That's mad cute. That shit is mad cute.
So before we get off this, do you have any last shout outs to anybody before we leave?
Oh man, bro. I can't. Fuck, man. Spar. My boy Spar. Fucking fuck, man. AC, Die, Tech 2. You know, my day one niggas T2, Dell, Fabulous 5, P.O., Cisco, Weo, the Master Blasters, Lee, all them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? And you guys now, all you guys with all this that you doing, man, this is all inspirational, bro. This is, you know what I'm saying? Because our future, you know, it solidifies our future. You know what I'm saying? And that way, you know, people who come from the 70s and put everything on the lines and have died and all of that shit, it's not in vain because you guys carry the torch. You know? That's why I always say treat the toys correct, man, because that little toy that asks you for a tag, tomorrow you turn around, his father might own MTV. You understand? It's shit. Life is funny ways of throwing curves at you, yo. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank everybody for all the love that they've always given me throughout all the respect and everything, man. I've never had to go to a straight war with anybody. You know, with the markers, you know what I'm saying? They left my name alone. They let it rock. I let theirs rock. You know, whatever feuds we had with T.N.S., I tried to stomp them out and brought us together, made us all stronger. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because coming from Beirut, from a place where there was real war, to come home, to have niggas want to split your fucking wig over a tag, nah, that don't make no sense, bro. That shit doesn't make no sense. So let's figure this out. You know, and fucking with Keith Haring and all that showed me, you know, a lot of avenues of how to monetize this shit and everything, and my approach and everything. But yo, you know, I'm writing a book. You know, I'm halfway through a book, my autobiography. You know, it's good. You know, I'm from Baruch houses on the Lower East Side, so my book is Beirut to Baruch to hell and back. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And you know what I'm saying? That's gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Like everything in it. Fuck it. Niggas want to sue me, whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm going balls to the wall with my book. Because I paid my dues on the real battlefield in Beirut and on the battlefield in New York for our culture. You know? Because I didn't fight against our culture. I fought for it. You know, and that's a problem a lot of people got. You know, they bang it. You know, they too busy banging dicks. You know what I'm saying? Sword fighting like two little bitches. You know what I'm saying? When they could get together and double up. You know what I'm saying? And pass this and keep passing this torch, man. Keep passing this torch because we can't. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Last year I got diagnosed stage 4 cancer. You know, I've been 15 months on chemo right now. I don't give a fuck. I get up, I work out, I do my shit. I'm disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a warrior. And if you're not a warrior, then and you're in graffiti, then you're in the wrong game. Because this shit is for warriors. Warriors only. You know what I'm saying? And with that shit, I want to shout you out. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to shout you out. SR, your whole crew, MBK, none but love. None but love, bro. T.N.S. all day, bro. Yo, Tech, I love you. Yo, all my people that tuned in. Yo, my baby's mom, I love you. She was here. I don't know if she's here, but she told me to shut up. so that meant that's her way of saying she loved me. But yo, June, thank you, my brother. You've been a friend from day one. to now, yo, sight. I'm coming with you. You and Bo, I'm coming to see you guys. I want them ding dongs. You know, and you know what I'm saying? And let's let's fight together, man. Let's fight together, B. Let's all fight together. Let's take over the world, B. We already did it. We took over the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be us and shit. So, yo, let's hold hands like that together and just bulldoze and let's take over, man. You know, it's not only TNS, it's every crew together, B. We got a fucking army, bro. We got an army. We got a fucking 3 million man army, bro. We can take over the fucking world, B, with style. You know what I'm saying? I love you and I thank you. I want to salute. I want to salute you, SR. I want to salute my inspirations, Grandmaster Kaz, Grandmaster Flash, CY Kaz, you know, Dell, Fabulous 5, fucking my entire squad, TNS from the assholes to the real niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. And to my niggas inside behind the walls, yo, let's get home, man. Let's get home. You know what I'm saying? Let's do our shit out while we out here to put them niggas on when they come out, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause we got a lot of brothers behind the walls, man. That, you know what I'm saying, can't do, you know what I'm saying? Right now, when I hang up, shit, we go do whatever the fuck we want. Not them niggas. Them niggas is fucking, they're blacked out right now. So yo, much love and light to them niggas. Rikers Island, all the correctional facilities, all my niggas in there. K Slate, rest in peace. Case 2, EL3, I love you. You know, much love, my niggas. All right?
Alright, so yo, peace, bro. Thank you for coming on, my brother. Mad love.
SR, you already know. You got the digits. All right?
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta
you call and I'm there. All right?
Alright.
Peace and love,
Good
everybody.
luck, bro.
Peace to the gods and earth.
One. Yo, Graph Champs, baby. Graph Champs. That was so TNS. That's why you know that nigga's a real general and looked at like that. Not even only just from the lower, just in Graph, period, bro. That was just a crazy. He has so many connections with so many. It was retarded, bro. Y'all niggas could thank me later. Y'all better share this video when it goes on YouTube. As a matter of fact, subscribe. Yo, I want to salute to SAR, Old School Train, Kings, Legends, Godfathers in the building, Sight, you know. So many people I've seen on like jumping in and out. Old School, yo, June, you the man, bro. Ask him about the Latin Court. I will. Yo, salute to everybody, bro. I see them. Yo, A, salute to you, A. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you up, Sight. Definitely, I'm gonna hit you up. For real, man. Yo, salute. What it is, Vice. Yo, Crow, mad love, bro. What it is, Dest. I see you. I seen a lot of people. Of course, Access Beats, bro. That's your man's like that, right? That's your man's like that. Big Soul, bro. That y'all don't even know, but now y'all do. Or y'all already did. Yo, salute. That was Graph Champs. This is Graph Champs Season 2. That was episode I think 10. That was episode 10. Yeah, Big Soul, bro. I'm your host. I saw the vertical, squirticle all over your girl's back. I got the next show lined up. Couple of weeks. Yo, salute my brother Sonny Reigns. What it is. Yo, salute Joker. See the flicks always. You heard? Dentista. Salute everybody in the building. The 79th Power, salute. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Salute. I appreciate all of y'all. You heard? I'm gonna see y'all next time. One.